You ain't from the hood. Nah, you ain't get put on, you ain't from the hood. You ain't never got put on, you ain't from the hood. Niggas always claim to set blood, ain't from the hood. Hell nah. You ain't never got put on, you ain't from the hood. Oh, I live in the hood, ass nigga. Never got put on, always claiming the hood though. Oh, you fucking with the homegirl, but don't come to the hood with none of your damn homeboys. They don't get a pass. Had a little homies press they ass for your tattoos. Hey, your mama waking up to some bad news. The plug saying groove, I'm a dime. I was long in the race, skinny nigga with the braid. Took a 2-man fade. I'm really from the hood. I took a fucking break to get my money right. But I was begging on the plane in the meeting with Jermaine. They like, poet, oh, you bang? They forgot where I came from. I was gang banging when it wasn't fun. Homie doing life right now, cause we don't. You ain't from the hood. Nah, you ain't get put on, you ain't from the hood. You ain't never got put on, you ain't from the hood. Niggas always claim to set blood, ain't from the hood. Hell nah. You ain't never got put on, you ain't from the hood. And that goes for these hoes too. Start fucking on niggas and throwing these niggas hood up. Ha, little dot. Heard you gave a homie head in the trap spot. Got a throwaway in the stash spot. Boy, you not real, like a Sasquatch. Boy, I'm so high, I'm seeing astronauts. Boy, I ball hard, I need a mascot. Oh, and Swahili, I'm a Damu. My little cousin making Paru. My nigga Uzi, he from Fire Deuce. Pad blows, I be hanging with some real whoops. Gang signs out the window when we drive coupes. Making money with some crips like it's 92. Banging on tracks. Back in my days, it was banging on. You ain't from the hood. Nah, you ain't get put on, you ain't from the hood. You ain't never got put on, you ain't from the hood. Niggas always claim to set blood, ain't from the hood. Hell nah. You ain't never got put on, you ain't from the hood.
Fuck Chris Brown, nigga. Pull up in the hood right now, nigga. Catch your fade, nigga. Fuck, nigga. Frogs.
You ain't from the hood.
Holla soon, the blood starts swirling. Fuck you talking about?
Right? Oh, stop hype. Oh, okay, my bad. Right? I forgot to put the end thing. Right? But look, I wasn't even gonna do this show today. Right? This is a show I wasn't even gonna do. Right? But I had some little asshole named Watchman27, Watchman off the wall or something like that. Right? Get on my chat and get talking crap. Right? What did he say? He said, Lionel Harris, with all due respect, what do you know about what people give or don't give, right? With all due respect, it's none of your business, right? Well, this channel is my business, right? Why are you coming on the channel in my business, right? Talking about your business. my channel. I can say anything on my channel, right? But YouTube allow me to. If you don't like it, you can take your ass on, right? You can get your ass and go to another YouTuber, right? Because if you was listening to my message yesterday, even though it was blunt, even though it was direct, right? It was a message from the Lord, right? And people don't understand, right? That I am, if it was, I would be like a Kanye West, right? If I didn't think people would think I was crazy, I would be doing the same thing Kanye West would be doing, right? I'd be on the corner, I'd be yelling it out, I'd be doing all of that shit because God, you don't know God is all you got or all you need until God is all you got, right? When you're in a penitentiary, when you ain't got no family, right? The call on, when you ain't got no support, when you facing time, you facing a sentence, right? When you can't call nobody, you can't reach out to nobody, you can't touch nobody, the only person you can talk to is God in that situation, right? So when I was in penitentiary, in a cell, behind bars, facing a lot of time, right? Couldn't call my family, couldn't call my friends, couldn't call the homies, couldn't call for no help, couldn't call a lawyer, right? The only person I could call, right, without a collect call and could call for free was the Lord, right? And the only person I could ask for help at that time was the Lord. It wasn't no nigga off the street. It was the Lord, right? So since the Lord, I promised the Lord, I said, Lord, if you help me out of this, if you just give me another opportunity, I swear I'm going to make the best of it, right? Right? I had to get taken away from the streets. I had to get taken away from the drugs, the women. I had to get taken away from all that. And God had to put me in a place, right? And I had to talk to God, right? And I read a book called Conversation with God. If you see this date right here, right? This right here is from 2016. You can barely see it, right? You can barely see it. But I found a book in like 2012 that called Conversations with God that changed my life, right? And it took me to go to jail to understand a better relationship with God, right? And understand the powers of God, right? But when I went to jail, I asked God, because I know how to talk to God. I said, God, what you want me to do, right? What are you trying to tell me, right? And God sat there and he told me, get your shit together. That's why I sat you down, right? I said, well, God, what are you going to do to help me out when I get out of here? Like, what can I lean on? Like, I made you a comedian. You're funny. I gave you the gift of God. I gave you the gift of being funny. I gave you the gift of communication. I gave you the gift of healing. That's the best healing medicine in the world. Go out there and bless people with your laughter. Go out there and bless people with your gift. Right? So when I was on YouTube yesterday, right, I may have been talking a little bluntly, right? And I don't want people to think I'm mad, because I never can get mad, right? Especially over YouTube, or Instagram, or Facebook, or social media, anything. I definitely can't get mad, because I changed my tone of voice, right? And I talk more direct. Doesn't mean I'm mad, because there's no way on YouTube or anybody do, right, can make a motherfucker like me mad, because I got too much shit on my plate, too much shit to worry about. And guess what? I got God on my side, right? And if I got God on my side, right, there ain't nothing I can't accomplish. There ain't nothing I can do, and there's no weapon formed against me, including man, right, that will prosper, right? Now, in this, I don't think I can read this, right? It says, Conversation with God, a message to you if you not being 100 with yourself. Everyone who knows me personally knows how deeply spiritual I am with God and how this book changed my life, right? For those who on YouTube, like the person yesterday don't know about me, right? You don't know how highly spiritual I am. If I didn't think people would think I was crazy, I swear to God, I would be hollering to God and Jesus and amen and all that shit every single second of the day. But I know people judge people, because I used to see people in the corner. I used to see people with Bible. I used to think it was crazy. They was overzealous, you know what I'm saying, over exuberant, trying to preach the word. I didn't want people to think of me like that. So I hold back. And I do it in different ways. But if you listen to my words, and if you listen to my videos, right, I may say it in a different way, but every word I say come from the Lord. From the Lord. And if you read the Conversation with God, and you read certain books, right, that I read, right, and I came up with a knowledge right? And I came up with theories and all kinds of different things and stuff, ideologies and stuff. If you read some of the books that I read, all you know is I'm regurgitating books, like people regurgitate Bibles, right? And I'm regurgitating things relatable to the topic, whatever I'm talking about. But the message I'm talking about, it comes from God. And if you don't understand God, you're not going to understand me. So I'm not asking you to understand me, right? And people thinking about, oh, black sitting up there begging about a donation. I'm not begging about no motherfucking donation. Because guess what? God gonna take care of me one way or the other. I only put the mirror so you can look at your motherfucking self. I'm not looking at me. I'm making you look at yourself. That's why the person probably got on here mad and talking about, well, you don't know what I do for other people. Yeah, you need to mind your own business. What the fuck you on my channel talking for? Right? I don't need to know your business. If you do something for somebody else, good for you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Right? Because like I say, I'm a child of God. People gonna hate me or they gonna love me. I guarantee ain't nobody gonna like me because I don't want people to like me. I want you to hate me or love me. So if you hate me, you can get the fuck away from me. I know you is. And if you love me, we can be embracing and friends and homies and talk the shit and do whatever we fuck we do. But if you hate me, so what? There's no sweat off my back. That means you don't understand me. Right? That if you hate me, that means you don't understand me. And if you understand me, I know you love me. Because you know where I'm coming from, you know where I'm at, and you know where I'm going. Because guess what? Black Rosebud don't lie. Right? Let me finish, right? This book ain't for everybody, but it made me, right, take full responsibility of my life. This book is not for everybody. Some people will say it's blasphemy. Some people will say it's not God's book. But it's the book that changed my life, right? And it gave me a better understanding with God. It gave me a better relationship with God. And it gave me a better communication with God, right? Something I never had before, right? Something that was always reaching for and searching for and asking people, hey, man, how can I get closer with God, right? I don't like that church. I don't like what he said. I don't like that congregation. But I need to get closer with God. How can I get closer with God? This book that I happened to run into by accident because my baby mom was working at Goodwill and I just happened to pick up with the book and the first page I read said you did not come by this book by accident. And it said Conversations with God. And that's been my favorite book ever since. If you ain't read it, I suggest you pick it up and maybe you get a better understanding of me, life, and what the fuck is going on, right? It made me understand and learn and be honest about my past, right? I'm honest about my past, and I'm honest about everything I'm going through right now because of this book. I am scared of nothing. I am scared to express nothing. You're going to know exactly what I am, exactly who I am, exactly what I do, because I'm going to tell you the truth. There's not going to be no lie. Everybody knows exactly what goes on with me in my life, right? From my housing to my kids, to my living circumstances. I don't lie. There's no reason for me to lie. Because if I lie, that's a disrespect to God. And if I lie, I won't get my blessings, right? I have to tell the truth, right? If I'm struggling and I'm trying to tell the truth, right? If somebody bless me, they're going to bless me for telling the truth. They're not going to bless me for lying. Right? Because if I say I'm struggling, I'm hurt, and I'm this and I'm that, right? People gonna understand. Well, Black telling the truth. Because why the fuck he lying right now? He always been telling the truth. Ain't nobody ever caught me in a damn lie. I haven't lied on this channel or to nobody yet. And I take pride in that. Because why? Because I'm God's child. Right? It taught me how to not fear anything. How to talk with God and understand his message, right? I talk with God. And when I deliver the message to you, right, you get scared. But guess what? You're going to receive God's message one way or the other, just like I had to understand his message. It took me to go to prison to understand his message, right? You're going to understand his message before you act, right? You're not acting right now, right? You're going to understand his message. Believe me, you're going to get it, right? All right? That's why my jokes are 100% about my life, right? 100% about my life. I don't joke about everything. I turn pain into comedy. I let you laugh at my pain. I let you laugh at my mama. I let you laugh at my baby mama. I let you laugh at my uncle. I let you laugh at my brother. I let you laugh at my brokers. I let you laugh at my situation. I don't, or people that need to be joked about. I don't talk about the people that's less fortunate. I don't talk about the people that's struggling. I don't talk about the people that need God's help, that are God's children. I don't talk about them. I talk about me and the people that deserve it, like my baby mama or my grandmother, right? And if I can get on stage and joke about my life, my pain, and my imperfections like I do on here, I can live without fear. And hear God's promise, right? I can live without fear because guess what? When I hop on YouTube and whenever somebody say something about me, no matter if I ask for something or I say something or whatever, right? Whatever an arrow somebody throw back at me, guess what? I don't give a fuck because I've been dealing with haters for 5 years, right? 6 years, longer than that on YouTube, right? But I know there's some haters on here watching this video right now or I'm gonna watch it later. I want to let you know something, hater, right? There's nothing you can do to make me mad. There's nothing you can do, right, to piss me off, right? I may sound like I'm pissed. I may act like I'm pissed, but there's no way I'm pissed off of somebody off of YouTube that I would never fucking see in life that's scared to get on YouTube and face a real nigga like me, Mr. Watchman. Huh? Mr. Watchman, right? Well, anyway, I can't live, so love or hate me, right? I say that to everybody. I am authentic because if you don't like me, then unfriend me. The unfriending button is easy to push. If you don't like this channel, if you don't like my tone of voice, if you don't like what the fuck I say, unsubscribe to me. You ain't gotta watch me. Ain't nobody holding your gun, no guns to your head. I'm not the only channel on here. If I ask for too much, if you don't like what I'm doing right, if you think donating to this channel is wrong and I'm greedy or something like that, well, just go watch another YouTuber. Why you sit up here watch the greedy, stingy, lying, cheating motherfucker? Go watch somebody that's honest. Go watch somebody that's God-fearing. Go watch somebody else. This is the wrong fucking channel for you, right? Now, I want to get into the video I made yesterday. Some people on here for the video, right? Now, I want to put the word behind the video, right? I wasn't even planning on preaching yesterday, right? I was on some Joe Biden, whatever the video was about yesterday shit, right? I wasn't even planning on preaching. That was some shit I just threw in, right? But I felt that people need to hear a message at that time. And that message was from God. Right? So when you sit up here and if you look back on it, you hear the words I was saying, right? All that message was from God. It may sound a little rough, right? But everybody don't preach the same. Everybody don't deliver the same message. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I don't preach or I don't talk like everybody else. I understand God wants me to talk exactly how the fuck I'm talking right now. Right? Because whatever language I'm talking, God created, right? Whatever thoughts I'm thinking, God put them thoughts in my head, right? So I'm in the image of God. So man don't really mean shit to me because I can't depend or I can't trust or I can't honor what man say, especially if they not honor what they motherfucker self, Mr. Watchman. Huh? So watch this video, Mr. Watchman, and I'll put a little, like I say, if you don't like God, you don't like this video, right? But if you love God, you want to see a couple of pieces of information on how I changed my life and the things that changed my life, just stay put. It's not going to take that long. But if you don't like God, get the fuck out now, right? Because this video is going to be boring for you. So you can leave right though. Fuck now. I'm giving you one. Because this is about God. Let's roll. Oh, roll, son of a bitch, roll, Ty.
I mean, you niggas rap and do.
Right? Now this video was in 2016, right? Now, from the way I'm talking then to the way I'm talking now about God, about people, about life, do it seem like I changed one iota? And this when I was a motherfucking liberal, I was talking this. This is how I knew I wasn't a liberal because I was talking conservative shit as a liberal. This is how I knew I wasn't a liberal because I didn't like how liberals were lazy. I didn't like how they complained. I didn't like none of that shit. So guess what? I got on there. I'm thinking, I didn't know I was a Republican. I didn't know these Republican values. I just thought they was God values, right? So as I got closer to God and got in touch with God, right? It seems like at the same time I came more in touch with the Republican Party because they believe in God, right? And so do I. So do it look like I changed, right? Because back then I didn't give a fuck if you didn't like me, and now I don't give a fuck if you don't like me, right? I mean, if you love me, we cool. I'm gonna reciprocate the love. But if you hate me, I don't give a fuck. It's not gonna do anything to me because, like I said, I've been hated on for the last 6 years. One more hater, 2 more haters, or 100 more motherfucking haters. It's not gonna hurt me one bit, huh? Because I'm God's child. Like I said, I've been preaching this shit for the longest, and I'm not gonna stop, right? I'm not gonna tell you I'm preaching this shit. I'm just gonna put it in. If you understand it, you understand it. But if you don't, you don't. I'm not gonna tell you I'm preaching to you. I'm not gonna tell you I'm talking about the Lord. That's up to you to find that shit out, not up to me. My job is to deliver the message.
Do jokes and tell everybody you this shit, nigga, but in the back of your mind, nigga, you know you ain't gonna make it. How you gonna call yourself a comedian when you can't get nobody to come in the club to hear your jokes? Stars are born, nigga, they not made. Nigga, ain't no record company gonna sign you, nigga. You ain't got no following, you ain't got no fans, nigga, you ain't producing no numbers. Ain't nobody gonna put you in the motherfucking movie, nigga, if you ain't funny and you ain't got no motherfucking fan base. Nigga, is you crazy? You better know your blessings. Nigga, some of you niggas are blessed with the talent, but you ain't got the work ethic, nigga. And that's bad, nigga. God gave LeBron James the gift of basketball. He gave Cam Newton the gift of football. That nigga gave Barack Obama the gift of gab. And that nigga gave Black Rosebud the gift of comedy. Know where your motherfucking blessings are, nigga. If you trust in yourself, nigga, believe in yourself, nigga, you gotta make sacrifices. You gotta be willing to go through shit. You gotta be willing to lose shit. What are you willing to do to become successful, my nigga? Is you willing to sleep on the motherfucking sidewalk? Is you willing to sleep in the car? Is you willing to go hungry? Is you willing to not sleep at all? Niggas know who stars are because they watching. God didn't give you my blessings, nigga. I wish I can rap. Nigga, but God didn't give me that blessing, nigga. He gave me jokes. God didn't make me no rapper. He made me a funny motherfucker. You can call me anything you want to in the world, nigga, but it's a couple of things that you will never be able to call me. And that's lazy, a liar, or late to get my motherfucking money.
Right? Now, this was, right, when I first started doing comedy, right? 6, 7 years ago, when I first started doing comedy, I was promoting clubs, right? And I saw people work ethic, right? And I saw how lazy, right, black people was, and I was just getting out of penitentiary. I didn't understand the concept, right? Because God gave me energy when I got out of the pen. He gave me a concept. He gave me a mission, right? I didn't understand that, how people had all this gift and all this talent, all these gifts and all this talent, and wasn't doing anything with it. So as me, as a child of God, I had to tell them about themselves. Hey man, this is what you're doing, right? I put it on God. You know what I'm saying? Just like I put it on yesterday. I put that shit on God, right? So this is not me talking. This is God talking. And if you don't like the message, that means you don't like what God have to tell you. Because guess what? I forgot to put this part in the video, but you are responsible for God's message. Some people hear God's message, right, and scared to do the act because they think the message is too strong, or they can't do it, or it's not a message from God, so they ignore it. They'd rather take somebody else's message from God, right? But instead of hearing their own message from God, because they heard their own message from God, they know they be responsibility. They have the responsibility, and they will be responsible for that message. I know I'm responsible for God's message. When God told me to get up out and do something for the homeless, I can't ignore that message. When God told me to feed somebody, I can't ignore that message, right? I can't say, no, that's just somebody talking in my head. No, God said that person needs help. God talks to you all the time. It is the people who want to hear it, and the people who don't. They'd rather take somebody else's message. They'd rather go to church. They'd rather read a Bible. They'd rather pick up a magazine. They'd rather watch TV and hear the message instead of going inside of their spirit, going inside of their body, going inside of their being and getting that. They'd rather hear from somebody else.
But my truth about God comes from you.
Who said so?
Others.
What others?
Leaders. Ministers, rabbis, priests, books. The Bible, for heaven's sake.
In case you don't understand the conversation with God, right? The book is a man who had inspiration to talk to God directly, like I talk to God directly, right? And God talked back directly, right? And if you are spiritually connected to yourself, that means you're spiritually connected to God, and you have a communication line with God. Everybody got it. Everybody gets the opportunity to talk to God, and God talks back. Huh? Is it some people scared to listen, or some people scared to talk because if he talks back, they scared they might get a message that they don't want to hear because they might have to act on that message, and that message could be do something good for somebody. Stop being so selfish, right? People don't want to hear that message, right? Like when I say, hey, send a donation, people are like, oh no, I ain't sending no donation. Oh, I like the channel, but I ain't sending no donation or no shit like that. Well, I know you have a sponsoring thought that's in the back of your mind because everybody have a sponsoring thought. You know what? You should go send a donation. You know what? He does a good job. But you don't listen to that voice, right? Because that's what your conscience is. You listen to your unconscious, right? Because that's what you live in, and that's what society put in your head. He don't deserve no donation. She don't deserve no donation. That homeless dude right there don't deserve no food, right? That woman right there don't need no help. Right? That's what's on the front of your mind. But on the back of your mind, right, what's called the sponsoring thought is always something else. Everybody got it.
Those are not authoritative sources.
They aren't.
No.
Then what is?
Listen to your feelings. Listen to your highest thoughts. Listen to your experience. Whenever any of these differ from what you've been told by your teachers or read in your books, forget the words. Words are the least reliable purveyor of truth.
Words, right? So when you sit up here, Mr. Whatever on the wall, right? When you sit up here and you so-called confess your truth about what you do, oh, I donate to other channels, I do this and I do that. Who gives a fuck? Them are only words. We only talk about experience. That's why I say, I talk about experience. I don't talk with words. You can get me to talk with words all you want to. Words don't mean shit. Actions mean everything.
For your thought about something is creative and your word is productive, and your thought and your word together are magnificently effective in giving birth to your reality. Therefore shall you experience that God is not now revealed, for if God were, you would not ask God to be.
Does that mean I cannot ask for anything I want? Are you...
Right now, this is very important, right? You can never ask for anything you want. That's why I never ask for anything. Either you're going to give me the donation or you're not. I'm not finna go up here, hey man, you can do this and buy this and such and such, like all the other people on the commercial do, right? I say send a donation. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. But that's not on me. You need to start checking you, right? If you feel guilty about not sending a donation, you need to start checking your motherfucking self, right? Because like I say, you ain't got to help me, but you should help somebody.
saying that praying for something actually pushes it away from us?
Some people.
Right? Now, like I say, before I was on YouTube, I was riding a bike. Look how far God has brought me, right? He done brought me from the penitentiary to riding a bike, to in the car, to in a motel, to in a little apartment, to trying to move to a bigger. This is what God done to me by staying faithful to him, right? By not complaining about shit, by accepting what he got and being patient on what he given me, right? This is how far I came, and he's going to take me farther, right? But if I sit up here and listen to him,
Ask me, Black, do you pray? Hell no, I don't pray, nigga. Why I gonna ask God for something he already gave me? Nigga, I talk to God like the homie. If anybody me knows I read a book called Conversations with God, and I talk to God like I talk to one of you niggas, because God know every language. Nigga, I just tell God what I want, nigga, and I go out and get it. Nigga, I don't have to ask God to be funny. Nigga, he already made me funny. That's why I trip off of niggas when I tell them I want to be one of the greatest comedians ever, and they look at me like I'm crazy. I'm not tripping on what you niggas think. You know why? Because you already said I can have it. How many success stories you heard from niggas sleeping in cars and in park benches and on the fucking concrete, and now all of a sudden they millionaires? How many stories have y'all heard about that? God sends signs and talks to you all the time, but you niggas don't listen. I listen to niggas' success stories. I hear them a million times. I work hard at this comedy shit because one day I'm going to be able to look back and be like, you know what? All that hard work was worth it. All that free comedy, all that riding on bikes and doing comedy, all that, all the self-promoting, all the EBT jokes, all the friends I lost, all the friends I made, all the sleepless nights, all the sacrifice, blood, sweat, nigga, and tears. I'm going to be able to look back on all this shit and you're like, you know what? I've done that. Because guess what, nigga? God said it was going to happen, nigga.
See, I don't understand, right? I don't think people hear the message, right? Because they hear other things that I say, right? And they don't concentrate on the message. They don't concentrate on the person, right? They don't concentrate on God. They don't concentrate on me, the messenger, right? They concentrate on the word and they laugh and they joke, right? But these words are educational. These words are spiritual. These words are not just taken, right, to say, well, this is be a joke, right? The joke is to be able to take the shit down, like you're taking medicine and you drink water. This is the water to take the medicine, right? The medicine is the most important part. It's not the water.
That's what's wrong with some people. They don't put action behind their prayers. You niggas better start listening to God and stop listening to niggas.
Huh? Is that a message? Is that a message? Start listening to God and stop listening to niggas, especially niggas on YouTube who don't believe in you, right? Right? I have a lot of people who believe in me on YouTube, and I love them, you know what I'm saying? They support me and all that, and I got much love for them. But I also know it's a couple of people, a lot of people on here that's from past channels, right? That's from, well, before I was a conservative, that still watch my videos and want to see, I don't even know, Watchmen, whatever the fuck is an old troll, because old trolls that come back on here and every time they see opportunity they hate. They say, oh, Lionel asking for a donation. Like I only ask for a donation once every damn month, right? Oh, he asking for a donation. Oh, he's broke. Oh, he's smoking crack. Oh, he's not to be trusted. Oh, every time I ask for something. But you go on another channel, motherfucker ask for a donation every video. It just so happened I don't do it that much, and when I do it once or twice, it's a big ass deal. Oh shit! Look how he be asking for. I get all that shit. Do you see this? Well, let me show you on this dude right here. Do you see the message, right? What this dude right? Watchmen, what? Off the wall, whatever his name is. What does he say? Lionel Harris, what do you know about what people give or don't give? With all due respect, that is none of your business. He sent another one too, right? He sent another one somewhere he sent another one, right? Let me see. There you go. He doesn't know who is doing what behind the scenes. He's shaming people he doesn't know, right? I'm shaming people I don't know, right? Well, you talking about somebody you don't fucking know, right? How am I shaming people, right? If you are ashamed of the shit I say, you should take a look at yourself. Don't look at me, right? If you sitting up here watching videos, right? If you sitting up here watching videos and commenting and liking and doing all this old shit, right? Then when somebody asks for a donation, you have an attitude, right? You have a fucking attitude. You need to look at yourself. You don't have no attitude when you go to the movies and pay for that damn popcorn or that ticket. You don't have no damn attitude when you go into that McDonald's and pay for that hamburger, right? You don't have no attitude when you pay for anything else you want. But you want me to do comedy and you want me to be funny, right? But you don't want to. concert, you go to the movie, you go to the beach. I don't give a fuck when you go. You're going to give a donation or it's going to cost you. You give a donation to Netflix? Motherfucker, you probably watch me more than you watch Netflix. Huh? But if you have a problem with me asking for something, right, for my work, for my talent, for my art, for my craft, right, like a painter or a music artist or any a motherfucker play instrument, right, if you have a problem with me asking for a donation or asking for something for my work, you need to check yourself. And that's not a child of God. You're not a child of God if you're complaining about somebody who want to be appreciated for his work. You want to tear somebody down. You want to say, oh, look at him. You don't know what the fuck we do. I'm not asking you what you're doing for anybody else, because if you heard my message, I say, if you don't do for me, do for somebody. Do for somebody. I said that a couple of times. You can get mad at me all you want to. Go out and help somebody homeless. Go out and help a kid or old person. Go out and help somebody. Fuck me. Did you get that message? Did you brag about that message when I said you don't have to give me a donation, but contribute to some type of cause? The reason why I can do this because conversation with God taught me to do this. It taught me to act like this. Let me keep on playing it.
This is a question which has been asked through the ages and has been answered whenever it has been asked. Yet you have not heard the answer or will not believe it. The question is answered again in today's terms and today's language, thusly. You will not have that for which you ask, nor can you have anything you want.
Right? Why you think I don't ask for donations? Why you think I don't want donations? If I get them, I get them, right? But if I depend on them, if I ask for them, right, I will be stuck without having, right? Because if I keep on asking every single day, that means I don't have, right? Because you can't want for something that you have, right? So when you say you want something, right, you're pushing it farther and farther away because you're showing lack of. This is what this book told me. Don't ever say you want anything. Go out and take the shit. Right? Because God already promised you can have it. So with me, I'm not complaining about shit. I do my videos, and like I say, if people donate, they donate. If not, I go out and I try to do something else. I don't sit up here and cry and, oh, you know what? I gotta keep asking people for money. I gotta be on YouTube begging. I gotta do this. No, because if I do that shit, that means I acknowledge that the shit is not there, and I know it's there. I know it's there. I know it's somewhere. Right? So why keep on begging or keep on asking on YouTube? I said once, I said twice. If it don't work, fuck it. It's on something else. I'm not gonna beg. That only pushes it harder away or farther away. If you're beg, you're supplementing.
This is because your very request is a statement of lack. And you're saying you want a thing only works to produce that precise experience, wanting in your reality.
Wanting produce wanting, right? If you want a man, if you want a good man, you're gonna stay wanting a good man. If you want a good woman, you're gonna stay getting a good woman. Oh, I want a good woman. I just wish a good woman to come in my life. Oh, what I do for a good woman. But if you was a man and you demanded a good woman, you say, you know what? I'm gonna have me a good woman. I'm going to do everything I need to do so I can have me a good woman. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to do whatever I need. I'm going to have me a good woman. Not I'm going to sit back and I'm going to wait for a woman to knock on the door because I know it's a good woman out there somewhere. No, it don't work like that. Prayer is a result of your actions.
The correct prayer is therefore never a prayer of supplication, but a prayer of gratitude.
Gratitude, right? The reason why I don't strip, right? Because I'm thankful that God made me funny and he gave me a gift. So I have the ability to make money, right? I just have asked him for the opportunity. My voice and my comedy is the opportunity to make the money. It's up to me to act on it. You can be funny, right? You can be talented, but if you don't do nothing with it, ain't nothing gonna happen. So I have to act on this talent. I can't just sit back.
When you thank God in advance for that which you choose to experience in your reality, you, in effect, acknowledge that it is there, in effect. Thankfulness is thus the most powerful statement to God, an affirmation that even before you ask, I have answered.
Huh? Did you get that? God has made do I say, hey God, can I please be famous? Can you please make me a movie star? Can you please do or do I go out and buy me a video camera? Do I go out and write a script? Do I go out and get actors? Do I go out and do everything I need to create me a movie or be in a movie or make myself a movie? Or do I sit back and ask God to put me in one? Ask God to send me a director to the house. Ask God to pass a director tryout or something, or audition. Right? Prayer is left up to what I do with it. It is left up to what you do with it.
Therefore, never supplicate, appreciate.
But what if I am grateful to God in advance for something and it never shows up? That could lead to disillusionment and bitterness.
Gratitude cannot be used as a tool with which to manipulate God, a device with which to fool the universe. You cannot lie to yourself. Your mind knows the truth of your thoughts.
You cannot lie to yourself, right? So don't get on my page and fucking lie, right? Don't get on my page like, you know what, Black, I would donate, but this would happen. You know what, Black, I love your channel, but no, you're a fucking lie. I hate to break your spirit, but if you're not lying, you have nothing. You shouldn't feel bad. But if you is fucking lying, right, you should, because you're a fucking liar. And you're not lying to me, you're lying to yourself. And you're getting on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or whatever lying. I ain't got it. I wish I could. But maybe another day, then you go out and buy you a fifth of fucking beer, or a pack of cigarettes, a hamburger, some crack, some cocaine, or whatever the fuck you buy, right? I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Don't say it. You're lying to yourself. And you're lying. You're not lying to me. You're lying to your motherfucking self. Because everyone knows anybody that sit their ass on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, right, and have the ability to have a tool like this, gotta be able to have at least $5, right? To pay an electricity bill, right? If you got a car, you gotta put gas in it, right? Don't sit up there and say you're all the way broke, because guess what? You're lying to yourself. And if you put that much energy into the world, everything you say is creative, right? And if you get on YouTube and say your ass is broke, guess what? You're going to stay broke too. Because you're going to be broke on YouTube. That means your ass going to be broke in real life. Because who does that? Who does that? Say, I ain't got it. Right? I can sit up. It's easy for the person who making the videos or who perform and say, hey, I ain't got it, right? If a producer run out of money for making a movie, say, I ain't got it, right? If a football team run out of money and they can't travel, they say, I ain't got it, right? You don't see the person making the movies, watching the movie say, I ain't got it. Well, guess what? Your ass can't see the movie. Right? You don't see the person, if you got a hamburger stand, right? You got to have food. The person coming in got to have money. He can't come in and say, I ain't got it. Well, your ass can't eat. Don't come in a restaurant. How you come in a restaurant when you know you ain't got no fucking money? Do that even make sense? You just want to go in the motherfucker and just look around and smell other people's food? I ain't got it. Who says that? It's okay for the person who making a product to say that, because he spent time, energy, money, effort, and all that. You don't spend no money, time, effort, and all that shit watching the finished product. So why the fuck you sit up there and fix your mouth and say, I ain't got it? You need to be ashamed of your motherfucking self.
You'll lose this war. All of this violates everything you say you know about God, but this doesn't matter. You live your illusion and thus feel your fear, all out of your decision to doubt God. But what if you made a new decision? What then would be the result?
And that's the decision I made. Remember, I used to doubt God. I didn't understand God, right? I used to go to churches and ask questions about God, right? I knew it was a God, but I need to get closer to him. And the church and the preaching and the Bible was not doing it, right? I needed something else, right? How can I come closer to God? I need God. You know what God say? Nigga, come to me direct. You don't need nobody else. Come to me direct, nigga. Huh? You don't need nobody to come to me. You don't need no preacher to come to me. You don't need no TV, no radio to come to me. Nigga, come to me direct, nigga. Anytime you want, I'm here. I chose a different path on how to deal with God, and I'm a better man for it. You need to do the same thing, you lying sons of bitches who, for the lying sons of bitches that on here or that's going to be listening to this thing later, you need to do the same fucking thing. Stop lying to yourself.
I tell you this, you would live as the Buddha did, as Jesus did.
You don't think I live like Buddha? Like Jesus? Have you ever saw me, man? I got a fucked up car out there, right? People done stole my car. I got all kinds of shit going on in my life. But do you see me crying with a violin and stressing? Hell no. I'm smiling and laughing, joking because I know God's gonna take care of me. In some kind of way, God's gonna look out for a nigga. Right? I know it's gonna get greater later because it always happens. Every time I fall, guess what? God puts my ass right back up. Right? That's what true understanding of what God and the power that he has and the power that you have does.
As did every saint you have ever idolized. Yet, as with most of these saints, people would not understand you. And when you tried to explain your sense of peace, your joy in life, your inner ecstasy, they would listen to your words but not hear them.
Huh? When I tell people about my joy, right, just because people don't feel that same joy, they're like, how can I be doing better than him financially? How can I have a bigger house than him? How can I have better cars than him? How can I have bigger money than him, right? How can I have all this and he's still happier than me? That's because I do not put my possessions inside. I don't put my pride or my happiness inside of possessions. Right? And then when you learn to give things away, you learn to be happy because you're not content with possessions. Possessions don't make you happy. Right? Being a good person makes you happy. That's why in this video, right, when I was saying something about a good person, you're going to get it. It's going to talk about exactly what I was talking about when I said a good person. Maybe some people didn't get it. Right? But everyone has to give. Right? It's people that's fortunate. It's people that's more fortunate than me that give to me, right? And it's people that I'm more fortunate than that I give to them. But you have to fucking give. That's God's plan. God gave. God didn't walk around and say, I'm going to keep all this shit to myself. God gave and people gave to God. People came and gave him perfume and washed his feet and was giving him shit. Because guess what? He was running around blessing people. I'm going to heal you. I'm going to do this for you. Send me your sick. Send me your ill. I blessed them. He didn't have to ask for shit. People walking up to him offering them shit. Hey, God. And they want to say, hey, man, God all right. You know what I mean? Jesus all right. You know what I'm saying? Jesus cool. He don't need no donation. He don't need no perfume. He don't need no water. He don't need none of that. He cool. Somebody else going to give it to him. Somebody's going to give it to him. You think God or Jesus, when the person says that, you think he finna get some blessings? He going to be the first in line? Because you're not saying that you support God. You're saying God don't need me. And I don't need God. That's what you're saying.
They would try to repeat your words.
They would try to repeat your words. How many motherfuckers repeat my words, right, and try to use them against me? Oh, your son or your mama, your father, whatever. They try to repeat my words and use them against me. And some of the people up in here are supposed to be MAGA and Trump supporters. I don't know what the fuck the white wall, whatever his name is, right? The Watchman, whatever, right? But most of the people in this is supposed to be MAGA. This is not no liberal channel, right? So if you are a Republican, or you a part of MAGA and you got on here, you said some shit like that, right? You need to be ashamed of yourself or get kicked out the fucking car. Who says that about another MAGA person who's asking for support? Who says that? What if somebody from the outside saw that shit? What if a liberal see somebody from the MAGA movement talking about another MAGA person like that, right? Because they asking for donation, they asking for appreciation for their work. What if somebody else saw that? You think they ain't gonna go back and brag or they even support their people? When somebody wanted to join a MAGA, when somebody wanted to be a Republican and was looking for a reason, but then they saw my channel and they say, "How like you know what? I don't even, if he been treated like that, how they gonna treat a nigga like me?" People are watching the whole fucking time. People are listening the whole fucking time. Do not get on here, right, and say you don't have. I don't give a fuck who you are, or I don't give a fuck if you don't have it. Say I'm going to get it. Have that type of energy. Don't get up here and say, you know what, I ain't got it. I wish I could, right? But that's not even say one day I am. That means you ain't gonna never have it. If you sit up and you gave up already, like, I wish I could, but I'm doing broke, I'm doing bad, I got this. Who the fuck says that? If you are a human being, any kind of logical person, not gonna say that. If they don't have, they're not finna tell the next motherfucker. They finna get up and make something happen until they can give a donation. I hear some people like, hey, Black, I don't have it right now, but I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna do that. That's more better than, you know what? I wish I could. I'm just so poor. I'm just so broke. I wish I could. Well, get off your ass then. Get off your fucking ass. Don't tell me. Don't tell YouTube. Don't tell the channel. Get off your ass. That's something, and I don't care if you're mad at me, but that's one of the weakest statements in the world. You live in America. We fight for all these rights. We fight for all these democracy, right? We fight for making America great again, right? And you're not taking advantage of it. You want to sit on your ass talking about, well, I ain't got, well, I ain't gonna get, well, I can't give. What the fuck is we fight for you for then? For your ass to sit on the couch? Why are people dying for your ass to sit on the couch? Why am I making these videos getting flagged for your ass to sit on the couch and complain about how broke you are? While babies out here starving, people living on the street, women getting shot, kids getting murdered. But you want to sit on the couch and say, I ain't got it. I'm with the Republican cause, right? I'm with the MAGA, but I ain't got it. And I'm not going to do nothing to get it. So I'm not going to help the cause at all. I'm not going to raise no money to help benefit no kids. I'm not going to raise no money to help the homeless. I saw people on this, well, fuck the homeless. Right? Well, fuck the homeless. They should have done this. They made a decision to do this. I was homeless. I didn't make none of them decisions that you was fucking talking about. You don't know none of them people's circumstances. You don't know where they came from. You don't know where they've been. You don't know where they're going. You don't know anything about them. So to judge them, right, it'd be fucked up. I'm not saying everybody is down there on the up and up, but some people are. And I know how some people got down there. For you to get up there and say, oh, man, I don't give a fuck about them people, that shows what kind of person you are. Don't know MAGA or don't know Republican or don't nobody from Make America Great Again talk about another American like that. That's you. You can joke and you can laugh and all that, but to demean them and say what you're not going to do for somebody, right, and you don't feel sorry for nobody, right, that shows what type of person you are. I'm not going to do shit. Okay, well, you're not a good person.
But would add to them. They would wonder how you could have what they cannot find. And then they would grow jealous. Soon jealousy would turn to rage, and in their anger they would try to convince you that it is you who do not understand God. And if they were unsuccessful at tearing you from your joy, they would seek to harm you. So enormous would be their rage. And when you told them it does not matter, that even death cannot interrupt your joy nor change your truth, they would surely kill you. Then, when they saw the peace with which you accepted death, they would call you a saint and love you again. For it is the nature of people to love, then destroy, then love again that which they value most.
Right? You know how many people, right, that love me as a friend, I turned Trump supporter, I turned Republican, they tried to destroy me, saw I couldn't be destroyed, saw I stood strong on my morals and my conviction, right? And now they love me again. The same people I was telling you that was hating me 2 years ago, You know what I'm saying? Thank God Trump was done his job too. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't get the ammunition to throw at me, right? But the same people that was hating on me 2 years ago, and you know what I'm saying, all that loved me before I was a Trump supporter, that hated me when, they love me again. After they try to destroy me, you can't come to this club. We're gonna block you from your Facebook. We're gonna do this. After they try to destroy me, now they love me again. And that's in human nature, right? Because once you find out who sent a nigga a donation, Jennifer, dog rescuer, good looking out. You are right. I cannot save over 400 dogs and count on all my own. With God's help. Thank you, Jennifer. You know it's God, Jennifer. When you connect with God, Jennifer, you know the truth. That's what people don't understand. Like Jennifer, we have something and we can feel something. We understand something that most people don't feel. Right? You need to get in touch with God to understand the gift of giving. Right? Like I say, if it's not to me, to somebody. Jenny, let them know. Jennifer, let them know that feeling of giving, that feeling of God. I mean, it's hard to explain. That's why I don't talk about it that much. Because people might think I'm crazy. Right? But it's a hell of a feeling. That when you know that you're backed by God and God has your back and there's nothing you can't do in the world, it's a different feeling. There's no reason to get mad. There's no reason to hold on to stuff. Right? There's no reason for any of that. Give. That's what you're on here for. God gave. Jesus gave. He didn't hold on to nothing. What kind of wardrobe did Jesus have? Jesus didn't even have a church. He was walking around. You can spot Jesus anywhere. There goes Jesus walking down the street. There goes Jesus on the corner. Jesus coming. Jesus was everywhere. He wasn't just at a particular spot, at a church or some kind of home or anything like that. He was everywhere. And that's how you spread your blessings. You go around and you give. Jesus didn't want for anything. He gave away all that he had. And when people gave him son, all he done was reproduce and made it more and gave it back. Don't you understand the most important things in the Bible? Right? These are the most important things. And you fail to acknowledge any of them. And you ignoring God's message. You're going to get it. Jennifer, they're going to get it.
I don't want no credit for it, right? But I know I can't.
See, this is a part yesterday, right? About I don't want no credit, right? So when I was talking about this yesterday, about me helping out homeless people, right? This is what I was talking about. How God helped out people and didn't want no credit, right? How people, I got some people who send me donations. Don't say my name. They don't want no credit, but they doing the good. They know they're doing a good thing, and I know they feel blessed. Hey, you ain't got to give me no shout out. I just want to send you a donation, right? Some people, I would love to give the shout out because I want to acknowledge people like, hey, this person actually had the heart and the compassion to show a nigga some love, right? But some people do it and want all the recognition. Look, I donated this, I donated that, I bought this, I bought that. I'm gonna put it on Facebook, I'm putting it on Instagram. Look at this coat I bought, look at these shoes I bought, right? They want recognition for everything they buy themselves. Right? And they do something for somebody else, they want recognition. They probably only do it once or twice a year, or once or twice in a lifetime. They're gonna film it, they're gonna do all that other shit. But I do this shit every day, don't film none of it. Right? Because if you are a naturally good person, you do this shit. You don't need no credit for it. That's what I'm saying right here. If I'm following the book, A Conversation with God, you don't need no credit. God is going to give it to you. I don't need it from no human being.
No, I can't take this money with me, right? And I wish I could do more, right? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do more for other people than I do for myself because I know in some kind of way God gonna bless me, right? And if you keep on, and if you up here, right, and you thinking like you're gonna be able to go around life and don't help nobody, and you're gonna get some blessings, it's not gonna happen, right? What comes around goes around, and the energy you send out is the energy you get back. Right? Only people That's why certain people don't mind being philanthropists, right? And don't mind giving it out, right? Because they know they're gonna get it back, right? If you ain't never had shit, you're gonna hold on to shit, right? But if you are a naturally giving person, right, you're gonna give, right? Because you're gonna give with your heart, not with your pockets or your brain. You're gonna give because you care. You're not gonna give because you feel obligated. You're not gonna not give because, you know what I'm saying, I'm just gonna be here because I'm just here for the show, right? No one does that. That's not being a contributor. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here for the show. Well, you're not part of the fight. You're part of the problem.
You need learn nothing to do this. You need merely remember what you already know.
And what I already know, right? And part of me already knowing things is I know God is a giving God. I know God, I mean, Jesus was a giving person, right? I don't need to be reminded of that. When you have to be reminded of you are a good person or to do something good, you're not really a good person. You ought to be able to do these things naturally, right? Being a good person doesn't take energy. You just do it naturally because it's implanted in you, right? You just do it. You don't have to think about it. It happens.
And act on it.
I'm not sure I understand.
Let's start here. The soul, your soul, knows all there is to know all the time. There's nothing hidden to it, nothing unknown, yet knowing is not enough.
You hear that? Your soul knows everything it is to know. That's why when you don't do the right things, your soul hurts. It knows. It knows. Like right now, somebody probably watching this video, somebody gonna watch this video, and their soul gonna hurt because they know what they've been doing wrong. They know that they could have stepped up. They knew they could have been doing better. Their soul gonna fucking hurt. And if your soul don't fucking hurt and you ain't been doing good, you just an evil, corrupt son of a bitch.
The soul seeks to experience.
Right? If you can't do anything for the cause, and like I say, it ain't got to be financial, but you have to do something for the cause. If not, get your ass out the fight. There's no even need for your ass to watch this channel. If you're just going to watch this channel for the jokes, right? If you're just going to watch the channel for the entertainment, right? If you're going to watch the channel because you want to chat, right? Or you want to see something, this is not the channel for you. This is an action channel, right?
Right? And the reason I said that is because of this clip right here, right? You can't, if you have the knowledge and you have to do something with it, right? Why have the knowledge? Why sit up here and talk about you a patriot? Why sit up here and talk about how you a Republican? Why sit up here and talk about how you making America great again, right? And you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit. You're not making America great, and you're not helping. You're in the fucking way. And this is where I got that part from.
You can know yourself to be generous, but unless you do something which displays generosity, you have nothing but a concept.
Remember I said that yesterday? I damn near said it verbatim. You know what I'm saying? Unless you can be a good person, but unless you do something good, you're not. I kept on saying that yesterday. I got that from here. So the message may have been harsh, but it was a message from God because that's how my messages come across, right? Right? You sitting up here and you're doing nothing. You're not a good person. She may have said it that way, but damn it, I said it that way. If you're not doing for nothing for nobody, you're not a good person. You're not.
You're supposed to take this energy, you're supposed to take this action, and you're supposed to do something with it. You ain't supposed to sit on it. It's not this information is not just for jokes. It's not just for fun. It's for educational purpose. Like I tell YouTube, this is for educational purposes, right? I put it in the form of joke and comedy and shit like that. But this is not no jokes. This is not no comedy. This shit is real life out here. I just sugarcoat it for you, right? But if I was to do some stressed out videos and some fucked up videos about the same topics, I can get you way more word than you are right now. I can make you way more scared than you are right now.
You can know yourself to be kind, but unless you do someone a kindness, you have nothing but an idea about it.
Right? You hear that? You can be kind. And this is where I got it from. I didn't say it verbatim, right? Because every time I look for something to a certain topic, I always come back to the book, right? I always come back to the book, right? whenever I need to dig down, I need to send somebody a message or somebody to hear something, I always go down to the book. Go back to the book. You may think you're a good person, but unless you do something good, you're not. Get it through your head. You're not.
About yourself. It is your soul's only desire to turn its grandest concept about itself into its greatest experience.
These are some fucked up topics I'm talking about, right? So you're supposed to take this topic and run with it. If you're on this channel, right, and you're not doing nothing with the information, you're not teaching the information, you're not spreading the information, you need to get off this channel and just go to another comedy channel, another person channel that's got some bullshit and just want to entertain and stuff like that, because this is an action channel. Right? This channel is supposed to help people. This channel is supposed to educate people. This channel is supposed to inform people.
That in turn would deprive you of the God experience, which is the experience you and I have chosen together.
This channel is not just for the laugh and joke. We can laugh and joke at the shit. We can laugh and joke while we spread the shit, but it's not just to laugh and joke and do nothing about it. Who does that?
Do not condemn, therefore, all that you would call bad in the world. Rather ask yourself, what about this have you judged bad, and what, if anything, you wish to do to change it?
Huh? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? What do you judge bad, and what are you doing to change it? I think homelessness is bad. What am I doing to change it? I can't do much, but I'm doing what little I can. I think mental health is bad. What I'm doing, I can't change it, but I'm doing what little bit I can. If everybody does just a little bit, guess what? The situation will get better. But just sitting back and watching it on TV and hearing people talk about it and shit like that and leaving comments, that shit ain't gonna make nothing better, right? You don't have. It don't have to be homelessness for you. It can be like Jennifer. For her, it was dogs. For somebody else, it can be cats. For somebody else, it can be kids. For somebody else, it can be veterans. For somebody else, it can be rape victims. For somebody else, it can be sexually abused boys. So for somebody else, it can be drug addicts. Right? There's plenty of things that people can get into, right? But you can't say there's too much shit and I'm not going to be into nothing. You have to do something, right? You have your soul, right? If you're a good person, right? Your soul wants to feel that the act of being a good person, the being of a good person, right? Because I didn't know I was a good person, or I didn't know happiness, or I didn't know a spiritual happiness until I started giving away shit to the homeless, right? Until I started becoming a good person. Then you feel shivers down your spine. Then you see tears come in your eye when people say thank you. Right? When they ain't have nothing to eat all day, they sleeping on the fucking concrete. Right? They eating out of trash can, and you bought a 5-piece dinner, you know what I'm saying? And you hand them 2 pieces of chicken. Right? Or you hand them a chicken and a biscuit. Right? You go and hand somebody else another piece of chicken and a biscuit, right? And you'll have somebody else, right? And they hear or to see them say, thank you, God bless you. And they damn near want to cry. I damn near want to cry for that shit. Like, hold on, like, that shit is emotional.
Who does that? Who gets the information, right? Who knows what's going on in the world, right? Who sees the stuff? Who knows about the stuff that's going on in the world and does nothing about it?
Inquire within rather than without, asking, what part of myself do I wish to experience now in the face of this calamity?
What person do you want to be? Do you want to be the person that gives, or you want to be the person that talks? What type of person am I going to be when I'm facing this situation, right? Now, what the book taught me is, right, everything has a lesson, right? And it has to do with your consciousness, right? And this is another book, right? But if I do something and I feel bad, if I don't do something, like if a homeless person say, hey man, you got $1 or something, right? And I say no, and I feel bad about it, that's because my soul knew I was wrong. My soul knew I was lying, right? My soul knew I was wrong, right? So sometimes you got to correct that shit. When somebody give you a dollar, you say, next time I come across that situation, I'm not going to act like that because I know that lady needed a hamburger. I know that lady needs something. So when I come across that situation again, I'm going to act on it. Right? So you come across that situation again with the same predicament when somebody say, hey, I'm hungry. Can you give me a dollar? At that very time, you got an option. You can be the same person you've been, or you can be the person that you want to be. That's the person that you want to change, the person that your soul and your spirit is eager to be. Which one you want to be? The same person that don't give a shit, right? The same person that holds on to everything, the same person that lies and say, I don't have. Do you want to be that person? Or you want to be the loving person that gives? The loving person that helps somebody do better? The loving person that helps somebody get ahead, right? The loving person that helps somebody smile. Which one do you want to be? You have the ability to be both of them. Which one do you want to be? The person that don't change nobody's life or the person that adds joy to somebody's life? If you ask Jesus, what do you think he'll say? You in the fucking way, right? You're not part of it. You're sitting up there saying you're a patriot. You're sitting up there saying you this and you that, but you're not taking any actions. Guess what? You only got a concept of what the fuck you are. I want to get this message out for our people. How does that sound? Do they even sound? Look. I need to get donations out. I need help with the donations out to get out because I need help delivering the message that you probably want to hear, that you probably want to share. And the reason I say that, right, because you have people all the time, right? What they call it, what they call that word? I forgot. Vicariously, right? When you live through somebody, right? When people buy rap albums, they buy rap albums not just for the past music, they also pitching in or contributing to the future music, right? They say, okay, we're gonna appreciate your work on how much time you put on this album, put on this, right? We're gonna give you buy this album because we know it's gonna help you now and it's gonna help you in the future. You can't get on here, right? And you can't be nowhere and say, I'm with a cause, I'm with this and I'm with this, and you do nothing about it. You just watch it. What the hell is watching a YouTube video gonna do? You have to put actions with words. That's part of where the prayer is. You just can't pray and don't put nothing behind prayer. Prayer is action. Just like everything else is action. And if you don't do nothing, like I say, and when I say me, I'm talking about, I'm only using me as a reference. But I mean anybody, women, men, YouTubers, women centers, anything, baby, whatever the fuck it is. I'm just using me as an example. But you have to do fucking something. Right? And I'm going to give my blessing because even if somebody give me $1 on this video, God's going to bless me some type of way later on for delivering this message. Right? Somebody maybe if I can help somebody else get a donation, right? Maybe they mad at me, maybe they don't give a fuck about me, right? And that'd be cool. If I can help somebody else get a donation, maybe that'd be cool. Maybe they say fuck me and they'll go and go buy a homeless person's son. Maybe they say fuck me and go see a little kid on the street and buy him something, right? Maybe they say fuck me and see a drug addict, you know what I'm saying, and buy him a soda or something. Huh? Maybe they say fuck me, maybe I can help somebody else get a donation, and that's just as good as me getting a donation. As long as I can help somebody else, right? And you're going to feel good when you give it. Trust me. You're going to feel good when you give it. Nobody asks you to kill yourself. Nobody asks you to break the bank. But do something that'll make your spirit feel good. Look, I promise you, saying no doesn't make the spirit feel good. Not giving doesn't make the spirit feel good. Trust me, I know. It doesn't make your spirit feel good. There's no other feeling in the world when you give somebody something and you made their day. You can never, that's something that's priceless. You can't get that back by being stingy, by saying you ain't got, by saying you ain't gonna never have, by saying you wish you could. You ain't gonna never get it. And you're not a good person. I need help. Do that even sound right?
You're saying, thank you, God, for such and such, all the while being very clear that it isn't there in your present reality. You can't expect God to be less clear than you, and so produce it for you.
Right? Like you sit up here and say, you ain't got no money. You think God finna drop you off some money? You think God finna put some money in your bank account? Right? This is what he's saying. You can't be up there and say what you don't have. Let me rewind that part. You can't sit up there and say what you ain't got. That's only pushing what you want farther from you. If you sit up here and say you don't got and you do got, you're lying. If you sit up there and say you do got and you don't contribute, right? Guess what? You're going to be a broke son of a bitch. That means you ain't got that much and you ain't going to have nothing at all, because as soon as that little shit go, you ain't going to have nothing else. The thing about when people give, people also receive, because people see that, right? It's an energy that goes around. But you can't say, I ain't got, and you do have, or you can't say, I ain't got, and you ain't gonna get. That's two of the worst statements in the world.
Look, I need to get donations out. I need help with the donations out to get out, because I need help delivering the message that you probably want to hear, that you probably want to share. I need help. Do that even sound right?
You're saying, thank you, God, for such and such, all the while being very clear that it isn't there in your present reality. You can't expect God to be less clear than you, and so produce it for you. God knows what you know, and what you know is what appears as your reality.
And that reality can't be I'm broke. Because if you say I'm broke, you're telling God you're broke. Your reality is God's reality. You can't be more clear than God, and God can't be more clear than you in your predicament. Think about it. When you say you're broke, you're admitting to everybody, including God, that you don't have. You think God's gonna give it to you? You think, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to work hard on these videos and send you a donation? Right? I'm supposed to be up all night and editing and filming and writing and all that shit to send you a donation? Now, I've done all of that so I can get an opportunity to get a donation. You can do something so you can get an opportunity to get a donation, right? If you sitting on your ass and you ain't doing nothing all day, find you something to make something, maybe you can sell something to get you a donation. So you ain't got to be around here talking about, hey, I'm broke, I wish I could do. God says that's not even a part of life. Did you just hear him? That's not even a part of life. Saying you don't have. Who says that?
But how then can I be truly grateful for something I know is not there?
Faith. If you have but the faith of a mustard seed, you shall move
Something I know is not there.
God knows what you know, and what you know is what appears as your reality.
But how then can I be truly grateful for something I know is not there?
Faith. If you have but the faith of a mustard seed, you shall move mountains.
And some of you motherfuckers don't have faith, right? If you can't spend $1, you damn sure can't move a mountain, right? Because if you don't have the ability to raise $1, right, and send for something you like, or send to help somebody, and I'm not saying me, I'm just saying donations, right? Because if you saying you broke on my channel, that means you saying you broke on every other channel too, and even from your kids, right? You just can't say you're broke and put that energy out there. Who puts that broke energy out there? No one, right? But how can you be clear to me and you ain't clear to yourself, right? And you can't be much clearer than God, because he knows what you knows. If you confused, he's confused. Who says they don't have?
You come to know it is there because I said it is there.
And who said they can't get, right? God told you, right, if you want some money, you can get some money. He promised you that. The country promised you that. Right? You can get whatever you want. So if you don't have no money, that means your ass don't want no money. Don't get up here and say that. I'm broke.
Because I said that even before you ask, I shall have answered. Because I said and have said to you in every conceivable way, through every teacher you can name, that whatsoever you shall choose, choosing it in my name, so shall it be.
Yet so many people say that their prayers have gone unanswered.
No prayer, and a prayer is nothing more than a fervent statement of what is so, goes unanswered. Every prayer, every thought, every statement, every feeling is creative. To the degree that it is fervently held as truth, to that degree will it be made manifest in your experience. When it is said that a prayer has not been answered, what has in actuality happened is that the most fervently held thought, word, or feeling has become operative. Yet what you must know, and here's the secret, is that always it is the thought behind the thought, what might be called the sponsoring thought.
This is what I was talking about. The thought behind the thought, right? When you think something, right, that your first thought says, but you always have that sponsoring thought, right? Like when you say, hey, I want this and I want that. But your sponsoring thought in the back of your mind say, I can't have that because I'm broke. It's always a sponsoring thought. Get rid of that sponsoring thought. I want to donate, but I can't donate because I'm broke. I want to help, but I can't help because I'm broke. Right? Get rid of that sponsoring thought. Right? And get rid of I want to help. Say I'm going to help. You send a different energy. I'm going to help. You're not saying you're going to help tomorrow. You're not saying you're going to help today. You're saying you're putting something in action where you're going to be able to help one day. Because guess what? If you can help me, that means you help yourself first. Because you can't help me unless you help yourself. And if you ain't helping yourself, I don't need you helping me. You need to concentrate on your motherfucking self, right? Well, don't tell me, or don't tell nobody on the YouTube page, hey, I'm broke, I wish I could. Don't send that energy.
That is the controlling thought.
Some people ask me, hey, Black, do you pray? Hell no, I don't pray, nigga. Why gonna ask?
We already got rid of that. Let me fast forward this. We already got rid of it.
Is the thought held in faith the only sponsoring thought you are choosing? Because the sponsoring thought behind every supplication is that you do not have now what you wish. That sponsoring thought becomes your reality. The only sponsoring thought which could override this thought is the thought held in faith that God will grant whatever is asked without fail.
Including the opportunity to make money. You in America, right? If you believe in God and you believe in your country, there's no reason your ass should be on YouTube or sitting in the house fucking broke. There's no fucking reason if you believe in God and your country, and yourself. Believe in them three, the Holy Trinity. You, God, and your country. Believe in them. And see how far you'll go. See how much you can prosper. Because guess what? God put every tool possible, right, for you to be successful. You have every tool that everybody else have. Every opportunity that everybody else have. If you don't take advantage of the opportunity, that's not on God. That nigga, that's on you.
Some people have such faith as asked without fail. Some people have such faith, and very few. The process of prayer becomes much easier when, rather than having to believe that God will always say yes to every request, one understands intuitively that the request itself is not necessary. Then the prayer is a prayer of thanksgiving.
Do you hear that? You don't have to ask God for anything. Nothing in the world. Right? You don't have to ask him for anything. You thank him for what you got. You thank him for what he gave you. You thank him for things in advance. Right? You don't thank him for things you wish you had because you're only going to push them farther away. God, please send me a good man. God, please let me hit the lotto. God, please let this foot get better. God, please let me get skinnier. God, please let me stop doing these drugs. No, it's none of that. You don't get to ask God things and he do things for you. You tell him, hey, God, I'm finna get off these drugs. Hey, God, I'm finna get me a wife. Hey, God, I'm finna take care of my kids. Hey, God, I'm tired of these streets. You have to make the first step. Don't say, God, can you get me off these streets? Hell no, you're going to stay on the streets because you ain't taking the energy, right, or the power to get your ass off the street. You're asking somebody else and you're depending on something else to take control and give you the ability to do what you need to do, right? Get your ass up your damn self. God gave you the ability, right? Thank you, God, for waking me up. Thank you, God, for making me healthy. Thank you, God, for helping me walk. Thank you, God, I got a car. Thank you, God, I got a phone, right? That's a start. That's 5 things you can thank God for every fucking one. Ooh, thank you, God, I'm breathing. Them 5 or 6 things that you can thank God for every single day, and some of them other people don't have. Everybody not walking. Everybody not seeing. Everybody not don't have a car. Everybody don't have a phone. Everybody don't have everything you got, and you ain't got everything everybody else got, right? So you have to count your blessings and understand where you at in life, and thank God for what you got, and stop trying to ask Him for what you don't.
It is not a request at all.
But is so. Are you saying that God does nothing? That everything which happens after a prayer is a result of the prayer's action?
If you believe that God is some omnipotent being who hears all prayers, says yes to some, no to others, and maybe, but not now, to the rest, you are mistaken. By what rule of thumb would God decide?
And that was real deep to me because I always thought why prayers wasn't answered. People praying to God, right? Well, I'm going to send my prayers to you. Oh, such and such sick. Well, tell them I'm going to pray for them. Or such and such died. Well, I send my prayers out. No, send me $1. I need to pay for this funeral. No, send me something else, right? I need to pay for this rent. I need to do something. I can't get nowhere when you keep on saying, God, I send my blessings. No, send me some help. Send me some love. Send me a person. Send me a body. Send me some compassion. Don't send God, right? Because He's probably busy. Well, I'm going to send my prayers. Well, I'm going to send my love. Come on. No. Because that's the easiest thing to do, because when you send your love, when you send God, and when you send your prayers, that's all you got to do. You don't need to take no actions. You can just send your prayers. I send my prayers. What else you do? Did you go over there and help them wash the car? Did you help them clean up? Did you go over there and see was they all right? Was they mentally cool? What else you do besides send your prayers? Where they gonna spend that at? Where they gonna eat that at? What they gonna pay with the prayers? Huh? Not a damn thing. I send my prayers.
If you believe that God is the creator and decider of all things in your life, you are mistaken. God is the observer, not the creator. And God stands ready to assist you in living your life, but not in the way you might expect. It is not God's function to create or uncreate the circumstances or conditions of your life. God created you in the image and likeness of God. You have created the rest.
Even if your ass is broke, you created that. God didn't create that. You created that. If you're lonely, your ass created that. Right? Whatever your ass position your ass in, you created and you put yourself in that position. God didn't do a damn thing.
Through the power God has given you. God created the process of life and life itself as you know it. Yet God gave you free choice to do with life as you will.
Spreading the information about freedom. I need help spreading information about democracy. I need help spreading information about politics. Like he said, you have free will. You can do what the fuck you want to do, right? No matter if I get donations or not, I'm still gonna help the homeless, right? You can do what the fuck you want to do. You can hold on to what you want to do, hold on to. You can help somebody if you want to, right? Or you can stay doing what the fuck you're doing. Nothing. It's up to you. And the MAGA message and all, you mean to tell me I need, why do I need help? Right? I mean, certain people know about the situation and shit like that. There's like I say, right? Certain people, like, I have to, right? And it's not, I'm not begging. Don't get that wrong, right? I'm not begging. I'm putting the mirror up. I'm putting the mirror up for those who got that little guilty. I know I'm making somebody mad. I know I'm making somebody angry. because I know I'm talking about somebody. Right? I'm not saying no name because I don't know the person's name. I don't know who's watching, anything like that. But I know for sure that I'm talking about somebody or some people. So some people on here are going to be mad. Right? But the reason I say about the donations and all of those shit, right, to make you look at yourself. Because if you feeling guilty and you are mad because you knew you could do better, are you mad because I'm speaking the truth? Right? And you just a stingy son of a bitch, right? And I'm talking about you. I'm making you mad. Like, I got it. That's why I ain't gonna donate to the nigga because you do this. I'm making you mad. And this is the point of the video. To make you mad. It's not about asking for no money. It's about donations, even though I need them, but it's about putting up the mirror. Right? You talk about you a good person, right? You talk about you with the MAGA movement, right? You talk about how generous you are. You talk about how you connected with God. Right? But as soon as I say this and say that and put the truth up about you, you get mad. Why do I got to donate to this channel? Why do I got to donate to him? Why do I got to give money? You don't know who I donate. You don't know what I do in real life. You don't know what I do. I don't. You're right. You're absolutely right. But I do know what you say on here. And I do know what I do, right, for the cause or for the MAGA movement. Right? And I know how hard I work to give you what you watch. Right? If you didn't watch this shit, right, you wouldn't know what I was talking about. If you didn't watch my channel, you wouldn't know nothing about a donation. You wouldn't know nothing about whatever I'm talking about. You wouldn't know nothing. So all this shit would go over your head. But if you watch this channel and you are getting mad and I'm talking about you, shame on you. Shame on you. Right? How you get up here and portray yourself as a good person. You're probably on Facebook and Instagram putting up Jesus posters and Jesus scriptures and all these quotes and sayings and shit like that, but you're a fucked up person. Tom, I just called you, man. I just called Tom. I didn't talk to Tom. Tom ain't text me in 2 days. I was worried about Tom. I just called you, Tom. Yesterday and today. Text you ain't texting me back, Tom. What the hell is wrong with you, Tom? You know you gotta text your boy. Tom, my favorite redneck. Anyway, but like Tom, right? Tom is a naturally good person, right? It's because of Tom and people like Tom, I'm able to do stuff. Like I told Tom the other day, the reason why I'm able to do stuff is because you help me. You allow me to do it. You think I can be giving away food to homeless people if it wasn't for Tom? You think I could be sitting in this house, right, doing videos if it wasn't for Tom, right? Or people like Beth Roberts and my boy DP and Randy K and Miss Coke. You think I can be doing that without their help? No. And I'm telling you the truth. I couldn't do this without their help. It wouldn't be a fucking channel without Tom. And I'm letting you know. So everything... Like I told Tom the other day, people on this channel need to appreciate Tom. Because if it wasn't for Tom, none of you motherfuckers would be watching this video. And that's just the God's honest truth. Because I wouldn't be able to make these videos. Right? So like I told Tom, you're going to get your blessings. Because guess what, Tom? I'm going to make sure the blessings you give me go to other people. So when I'm feeding people on the street, when I'm giving people chicken, right? When I'm finna go out there and give sweaters out, that's thanks to people like Tom. He understands, right, that you have to give, right? And I'm pretty sure if I didn't do the right things with the money, Tom wouldn't give it to me. Miss Coco wouldn't give it to me. Beth Roberts wouldn't give it to me. I'm pretty sure that if I was running around fucking off their money, they knowing I'm doing something good with their money. They knowing I'm doing something good for their donations and with their donations. And if everybody on this channel, or everybody that claim they're a good person, a good Republican, support the MAGA movement, will be something like Tom or Beth Roberts, something like that, guess what? We wouldn't have to worry about shit because we'd be so united. We would want people to come to this party. We would want people will be running over here, right? If we were supporting our people like these Democrats support their people. They outspend us 3 look. I want you to think about this, and I want you to think about this clip. Whoever think I'm doing this for the money, right? Do you think I can make more money as a liberal, right? Or being a conservative, right? If I was just doing it for the money, do you think I can make more money talking about Donald Trump, the Republican Party, Fox News, making up videos on Ron DeSantis and Tim Scott and the KKK? I would have so much material because there's so much material I got to fight against. This thing, if I was a liberal, I would fuck around and I would be a millionaire. I turned down. Look, I wish I had that shit on tape still. Matter of fact, let me see what I still got on tape. I recorded a phone call, a meeting where dude offered me $1 million for 10 years, and I turned it down. He wanted to change my comedy style. He wanted me to do more liberal shit. I turned it down. Right? And I got other offers too. And if I was a liberal, I'd be making 4 times the money I'm making right now. And I know because, like I said, I was a liberal before. I was doing if you look at my shit, I was doing the clubs, I was doing all kinds of shit. Because liberal people fuck with me. Right? But as soon as I came conservative, as soon as I said I'm gonna have my own mind, everybody click. We not fucking with him. I lost friends, I lost money, I lost businesses, I lost all of that. And some of you motherfuckers sitting on the sideline and ain't lost nothing and talking about you super mad and you want to fight. I done lost channels. I done lost damn it, everything, cars. I done lost all kind of shit for this cause. People, the FBI people coming over my house telling me what I can't do. Huh? I did all kind of shit for this channel. And there's people like Tom that appreciate the love and see me going through this shit and say, you know what? You're looking out. Who was that? Lewis? See, like Lewis, right? If I had people like Lewis up here every day, right? $2 or $3, right? That's not going to break Lewis. But if I had a lot of people doing the same thing Lewis done, here go $2. It's not going to break me. But I appreciate this to show you the love. If this channel will be more successful, I'll be more successful. I'll be able to make videos. I keep on telling people I want to make videos. I want to do, I want to shoot movies. I want to do all that. I can't do all that if I ain't got no money. I can make all the skits I want to, but if the skits and the finance ain't add up to the money, I can't grow. I'm going to be stuck in the same place. That's why I never give up. I always say I'm going to make a movie someday. I'm going to make a movie. I still got my movies written. I still got the scripts written, right? And I keep on, even though I tell the page, hey, I want to make a movie. Hey, this is what I'm shooting for. I tell people all the time, hey, I want to do new shit. I want to do some shit on page. I want to do it. I'm telling people new time, but I don't know if people don't see the blessings or don't want to give the blessings or be like, fuck it, it ain't gonna help me out, so I'm not gonna help him out. That's not how it's supposed to be. Right? Because if I win and you support me, you win. You get more entertainment. You get better quality video. You get better sound. You get extra shit. It's for your entertainment. So more people was like $2 like Lewis, right? Or was like, I forgot, or like Jennifer who sent me a little donation, right? We had a couple people like that doing videos every day. The video will be more consistent. I can do street interviews. I can do so much more shit to spread the awareness besides just doing these skits every day. Don't people want to see street interviews? Don't people want to see me go and do shows? Don't people want to see me do skits and movies? Don't people want to see I had the George Floyd shit rolled over 2 years ago. Think about I had a fucking whole George Floyd movie. I had a fucking Jussie Smollett sitcom. I had all of that. I still got it, but the shit has got played out now. I could have been, you know what I could have been on? I could have been on some Kanye West shit right now, shooting movies. I could have been shooting documentary movies, comedy that ain't nobody shot, real life comedy story that I wrote, that I could have added new comedy. I could have sold shit to Netflix, and I wouldn't need no motherfucking donations because I'd be able to produce my own way. Right? I need to get over that hump. As soon as I get over that hump, guess what? It's more conservative comedy because then can't nobody shut me the fuck up. Right now, YouTube got control of me. They can tell me what I can and can't say. But I don't have the power to do anything else. People say, well, go to Rumble. If I go to Rumble, I still don't have the ability to get the message across. It's not about the entertainment. It's about the message. Fuck the entertainment. It's about the message. Right? And I can get the message across on a bigger platform, right? More people need to see these videos. More people need to see the information on what I can do. Right? And I need to give it, right? Instead of giving it to them in a soda form, I need to give it to them in a juice. I need to give it to them in a can. I need to give it to them in water form. I need to give it to them in an energy form. I need to give them the drink any kind of way they're going to drink it. I need to give it to them. Instead of just having one form of brand of drinking, because people are going to get tired of that drink. Like, I'm getting tired of these skits. All you do is get in here. Some people probably getting tired of this shit. Don't you want to see something new? Don't you want to be able to take this information and see what I can do, right? And like, it's like I say, it takes a little. Like, it takes people like Lewis and Jennifer to $2 every now and then. It can be $2 a week. It can be $2 a month. $2 a month. Right? That would work. But you got people saying, I don't have, I ain't got, or I ain't going to do. That's not going to help nobody. But I don't get on TV or Instagram or nothing and complain. No, I get on here and make you motherfuckers laugh. You hear that? Who sent me that? Jennifer, the only thing we take with us and God does on our good works. Awesome message, Lionel. Thanks for both. Beth Roberts and Lewis. Get looking out, Beth Roberts, and Lewis. Get looking out on the shout out, Jennifer. Right? God bless you in all journeys you go through. Love the message. Who is that? Fresh to the bone, Jennifer, right? I have to do this, right? Because, like I say, I'm a true believer in God, right? And I don't want to turn it into no gospel channel or no channel like that. But I'm just happy some people on here understand my love for God and my message. They're not looking at me. They're not looking at me and thinking I'm angry. They're not looking at me and thinking I'm asking and begging for something. They're looking at me as a child of God, and I appreciate that shit, Fresh, and I appreciate that shit, Jennifer. Not you, Tom. And Lewis, Tom, my boy, right? But I appreciate that, right? Because you're not getting mad at the message. The message is touching you, and you know what I'm talking about. Only people of God know what I'm talking about. Oh, because you have a good heart. If you don't have that good heart, right? Because I didn't have it once. Right? Believe me, when I was out there fucking up my community, when I was selling drugs, when I was out there gang banging, right? I didn't have no heart. I didn't give a fuck about what happened to other people, but now I do. I damn near cried. That's why I put the play a little while ago, because a tear broke in my eye when I was talking about homeless people. And when I said that shit hurt, if you rewind it, you probably can hear me cry. Because the shit hurt. It hurts to see people out there fucked up. Right? And you can't do anything about it. It hurts. And some people don't understand that shit. It hurts. When you're a naturally good person, when you're a person of God, you don't want to see any of God's children hurt. When I see women out there just walking in the street crazy, it hurts. Because nobody's doing that. Let me push play again, because here I go again. But that shit hurts.
What aspect of being do I choose to call forth? For all of life exists as a tool of your own creation, and all of its events merely present themselves as opportunities for you to decide and be who you are.
How are you going to be who you are and you don't know what the fuck to do? How are you going to be a good person and you don't know how to be a good person? How you going to be a giving person? How you going to be a caring person? How you going to be an understanding person when you don't want to hear shit nobody got to talk about? How you going to be a caring person when you only care about what happens to you? Right? How you going to be a loving person when you only love yourself? These things are impossible. Right? And if I'm making you mad, so what? Who gives a fuck? You are the person I'm talking about. Because I guarantee you, Jennifer not getting mad. I guarantee you, Fresh to the Bone not getting mad. I guarantee you, Lewis not getting mad. Tom ain't getting mad because they know I'm not talking to them. Because they know they have a good heart. And I'm not talking about just because they the message that they sent and how they understood what I'm talking about. Huh? Did you hear that? Jennifer just said the only thing we taking with us to God is our spirit. We're not taking the money. We're not taking the car. We're not taking the clothes. We're not taking our friends. We're not taking none of that. Right? And we got Fresh and Wrong say, God bless you in your journey, because it's a journey, y'all. Do you understand how I went from homeless to riding on the bike to in the car? And don't you understand when I become successful, right, that I'm going to be able to do more for people that's less fortunate? If I'm doing this shit, think about it. I'm doing this shit now and I have nothing. I'm doing it now and I have nothing. So imagine if I have something. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to be successful and I want to be able to create my own money, because I want to be able to give back, work hard and give back to certain things like that. I can't do it right now. I have an idea, like the book says, right? If you feel bad about something and you're not doing anything about that, and you have the ability, what the fuck are you going to do? Who the fuck are you? Right? Like I say, right now, I know I can't do anything for the homeless. Like I say, I'm not going to say, well, right now, I ain't got it, so I'm not going to do for the homeless. I don't have it, because that would be a lie. I have an extra piece of chicken. I got it $5 every day. I can go buy a pack of cigarettes and hand a cigarette out. I can go buy a pack of beer, you know what I'm saying, and do some different days for different things. I can buy some hygiene, some cookies, some gloves, you know what I'm saying? I can buy different shit and just go out there and give it. Right? But when I get more, I'll give more. Right? I want to be able to get a housing program, you know what I'm saying, where I can house homeless people. I want to be able to do things for kids and stuff like that. But you can't do it if you ain't got the money. you can't do it. Right? It's not like it's not like I'm swimming in the money. Right? It's like people like, and I've been getting this, right, like people, like when I lost my channel, people used to support the shit out of me, but when I lost my channel, it seemed like I don't lost the support. I was able to remember I was out there every day doing shit for the homeless. You can look on my shit. Every single day I was feeding the homeless. Boxes of food during the COVID. Boxes. My whole back car seat and trunk was filled with food. Getting out filming every day. Boxes of food. Right? Because I had more then. So I gave more. You saw me going to kids things, giving out money to kids, because I had it then, right? Because material shit don't mean shit to me. And if it means something to you, you're a fucked up person, right? If you have the opportunity to help somebody, you're a fucked up person. And I don't care how you know, if you don't like me. You are a fucked up person.
This is true for every soul. And so you see, there are no victims in the universe.
No victims, right? I'm not a victim. When I was homeless, I wasn't a victim. I'm not a victim now. My car got broke into and all that shit. I'm not a victim, right? I'm not a victim because I'm not going to sit up there and say I can't, somebody fucked me up so bad that I have to get help that I need and I can't do better. And you know, with a victim mentality, right? I'm blaming somebody for my downfall. No, somebody broke in my car, somebody stole my shit, right? What I got to do? I got to get another one. I can't cry about it. What I gonna do? If I cry about it, you think somebody gonna come and drop me off a car right now? If I get mad about it, what do you think the repairman gonna come fix my shit up? No. I have to make videos. I have to thank God, right? That I have the opportunity to make some money, to come on here on this channel and make some money and have the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to get me another car. I have to count my blessings. This is my blessings, right? If I didn't have this, right, and God didn't put this here for me, I would have been fucked up. But God put something here for me so I can earn some money, so I can make some money, so I can give back, so I don't have to be stressed out. Just be patient, and I'm going to give you what you need. It may not be today. I may got to do videos for a whole month like this, right? But God is going to bless me. I know it. Somebody's going to see this video like, you know what? Here you go, Black. There's going to be a couple of people on here saying, here you go, Black. I understand. where you're going. I understand what you're doing. I understand what you're doing for the community. I understand what you're trying to do for the community. I understand what you're trying to do in your predicament. I understand all that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you these $5 a month. I'm going to give you these $10 a month because I'm not going to miss it, but I know what you're going to do with it. And I know I'm going to benefit from it because I'm going to be watching the skits. I'm going to be watching you feed people. I'm going to be watching you do comedy. I'm going to be watching you do videos. I'm going to be watching all that. I'm going to be watching you do all that, and I contribute to that. Right? And can't nobody on here, right? Like people say, hey, you a celebrity. No, I'm not. I'm not no motherfucking celebrity. Right? I get on here, right? I'm not no celebrity. I get on here, and I'm approachable. Anybody can call me. Anybody can talk to me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm not hard to find. You see other celebrities, you ain't gonna never get a chance to talk to them. You ain't gonna never get a chance to hear them. I'm tangible. I'm here. I'm right a phone call a fucking way. Right? People. I have personal friends on here that I met. Right? They don't treat me like a celebrity, and I don't come at them like I'm a celebrity now. We regular people. When I call time, we talk the shit. When I call Sergeant Mo, we talk the shit. When I call Randy K, we talk the shit. Huh? Anybody don't call here? We talk the shit. Ain't no, oh, you's a star. Oh, you's a celebrity. Yeah, I'm bigger than you. No. When we talk, you can't tell who a celebrity, or who a comedian, or who a YouTuber, or who this a person, or who donates to the channel and watch this motherfucker. Because I don't treat them different, and they don't treat me different either. They know that I'm down to earth. They know it. I'm tangible. You can call me. How many people can say that? Right? Or you just one of these other people, right, that just like to sit back and look and window shop and shit like that. Which one are you? Are you in it or are you not?
Only creators. The masters who have walked this planet all knew this. That is why, no matter which master you might name, none imagine themselves to be victimized.
Right? No master. Jesus wasn't a victim. Martin Luther King wasn't a victim. Malcolm X wasn't a victim. Hell, I'm not a victim. Right? Because if you call yourself a victim, if I get my ass whooped, I'm not a victim. If I get shot or arrested, I'm not a victim. Whatever happens to me, I'm not a victim. Right? What I got to do is better myself out of that circumstance, right? Or get up out of that circumstance, right? If a woman getting her ass whooped, in order for her not to be a victim, she got to get out of that relationship, right? In order for me not to, like when I can't call when I was a Democrat, I was always a victim. Oh, the white man this. Oh, the white man this. Oh, the white man that. I was always a victim, right? But when I found out through God that nobody's a victim, we are a part. Everybody is part of their own creation, right? I say I put myself in this predicament. I'm not a victim. I put myself in jail. I put myself getting my house raided by the police, right? I put myself in a position not to have no female friend that I can call white. I put myself in a position of not being close to my son. I done that. I can't blame my son. I can't blame the woman. I can't blame the police. I can't blame the penitentiary. I'm the person. I can't blame the gang that shot at me. There's no victim here, right? So even right now, right, I can't say that I'm the victim, even though I got my car broken into and all that shit. What I got to do is I got to produce. I got to use what God gave me, you know what I'm saying, to get back what I need, to get back what I want. I have to use that, right? Because God gave me the ability and the means to get everything back. So when my car got stolen, all I say, thank you, God. I got to give me another one. I'm finna get on Facebook. I'm finna get on YouTube. I'm finna do all this video, sell shirts, sell product, whatever I got to do. I want to thank you. You know what I'm saying, for allowing me the opportunity to get back. Not, oh God, I need another car. Oh God, can you please help me? No, God, I'm gonna make these videos. I'm gonna tell the people on YouTube. If they understand, they're gonna donate. If they don't, they don't.
right? But I can't ask them for anything, right? I can't pray for anything. I'm gonna put that in your hands, right? Because I know if I keep making these videos, God is gonna send somebody or send some people to say, you know what? We are God, we are Black's angels, and we were sent by God to protect you. God is gonna send somebody. See, it may not be the people you want, it may not be at the time you want, right? But he is gonna send somebody, right? I remember it was an old joke. A man sent the boat. It was stranded on the boat, right? He was a Christian. He was praying to God that somebody save him. First, pirates came by and said, "Hey, man, you want to ride?" He said, "No, I want to ride from no pirates. I'm waiting on God to come save me," right? And then a boat of gay people came and said, "Hey, man, you want to ride?" No, he said, "No, I don't want to ride. You know, I'm waiting on God to save me. You know, because I'm a Christian. God gonna save me." So the man drowned, and when he went to heaven, he said, "God, I was a good man. I was a good preacher. I was good." A son and all that, a good friend. I was dedicated. Why you didn't come save me? He said, "I sent 2 boats your way, fool. Why you didn't get on one? I tried to save you twice." Right? It may not come how you want it to come, and it may not come when you want it to come. But I know God is going to send it to me. I just got to be patient. He sent me you. He sent me the people that's in this chat. He sent me time. He sent me Beth Roberts. He sent me Jennifer. He sent me Randy K. Right? He sent me D with DP. DP not up here slapping. I saw a slap head up here earlier. He sent me fresh to the bone. And he gonna send me some more people because that's what God does. God is gonna send his angels to me. That's why I'm not worried about it. God is gonna send his angels. That's what he do for his children. He sent his angels. So I just have to be patient, keep making these videos, keep spreading awareness, and God will send his angels. I promise you. Right? And watch, you're going to be a living testimony to it too, right? I'm not going to have to say it. You're going to see it. You're going to see when I thank the people on the channel, whatever, for me getting another car, you're going to see it. And then you're going to say, you know what? God does work. He's going to make an example out of me, and he's going to wake some people up, and he's going to send me his angels. God, that's what God does. He sends angels. No matter what's happening to me out there, I don't tell you about my kids. I don't tell you about my grandson. I don't tell you what I can do. I don't tell you what I can't do. All I do is get my ass on here and perform. And that was, and I didn't hear that boy, what's his name, Off the Wall or whatever his name is, right? Did you just hear that part I said? I don't know if you heard that part yesterday, right? My job, people act like I don't go through things. People act like it's impossible for me to stress out, right? People act like I don't have problems, right? I can't, whatever, right? But I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't allow them to take advantage and take away from what I give to you, right? On these videos, you're never going to see me stressed. In my skits, you're never going to see me break down and say, you know what, I need this and need that and all this. No. I get my ass up. I do the research, right? No matter how sick I am, right? I don't give a fuck if I had the Wuhan, right? I don't give a fuck if I got a sober, a hangover, right? I don't give a fuck what happened to me the day before. I'm always going to get my ass up and make you a video. No matter what's going on in my life. Because guess what? It's not about me. It's about you, right? God gave me this gift for you. So if I don't give this gift to you, I'm denying God's gift. God wants me to wake up and do it, right? Whatever I'm going through right now, he's going to bless me. But he say, nigga, you promised me when you was in the penitentiary, this is what you're going to do. You was going to bless my angels. You was going to heal them with laughter. Get up and do your job. Don't complain about nothing because I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to send my people like Tom to take care of you. Don't complain about nothing. Just get up and do your job. Even it's not a complaint. This is the awakening. This is awakening. All right? But if I get up and do my job, I know God will handle the rest. I don't know how he's going to do it. It may be somebody come buy some shirts. It may be somebody send me a big donation. It may be somebody offer me a show. I don't know what it's going to be, right? Because sometimes I was doing bad and somebody called me from Arizona. Hey, man, we want to pay you to do this show. Thank God. Sometimes I'm doing bad, you know what I'm saying? Hey, sometimes I'm doing bad and then time will come through and with a couple of things, oh, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm doing bad and somebody come through with an offer. Man, I want you to do this show. Oh, thank God. Right? Oh man, I want to buy these shirts. Or come on. God is going to, I don't know how it's going to come, but if I keep getting up, keep doing my job, which is making people laugh, right? Which is medicine for the soul, right? Which I know I have the ability to do, right? God gave me the ability and the responsibility to do. I'm going to keep on doing it. I'm going to get whatever I get. And I'm not going to beg because whatever I get, that's what God meant for me to have. Not nothing more and not nothing less. Right? I give the message. And that's what a true patriot does, right? He does things, he sacrifices. Some things I sacrifice. I can't sacrifice all the time. That's why sometimes I'm missing.
This question has been asked before, and the answer remains the same. There is perfection in the process, and all life arises out of choice. It is not appropriate to interfere with choice, nor to question it. It is particularly inappropriate to condemn it. What is appropriate is to observe it, and then to do whatever might be done to assist the soul in seeking and making a higher choice.
Do you hear that? If you see somebody that need help, do not judge that person because you don't know that person's purpose. You're supposed to assist that person and become a better person than that person is right now. So if somebody asking you for help, not to do wrong, but to do better, you observe that person. And if that person is doing better and you can help him, you assist that person. But if you see somebody that's trying to do better with their life, with their situation, and you can help that person get ahead and you don't, I just think that's disrespect to God. If you ask me, if you have the ability to help somebody get through something, or get over something, or get by something, and it doesn't hurt you, but you're too selfish, right? Are you too stuck in yourself that you can't help nobody get ahead? Guess what? When it's time for you to need that help or need that push, somebody's going to do it to you, and God's going to make sure of that.
Be watchful, therefore, of the choices of others, but not judgmental. Know that their choice is perfect for them in this moment now. Yet stand ready to assist them should the moment come when they seek a newer choice, a different choice, a higher choice. Move into communion with the souls of others and their purpose. Their intention will be clear to you.
Huh? If if you knew me and you came closer to me, right? And you became one and you really heard my message, you will see what I'm trying to do. Right? If you commune with me, right? If you see you see, oh, I understand what you're trying to do. I'm not going to hamper him. I'm going to join him. I'm going to help him. I'm going to go with him, right? I'm going to help him because I know what he's trying to do, right? And my soul and his soul is connected. So guess what? We have a purpose. Ain't that what God wants? When people come in my name, great things happen, right? And we're supposed to come together in his name as one to produce great things. We can't do it separately. We got to come as one. That's what God said. In my name, come together in my name.
This is what Jesus did with those he healed. And with all those whose lives he touched, Jesus healed all those who came to him or who sent others to him, supplicating for them. He did not perform a random healing. To have done so would have been to violate a sacred law of the universe. Allow each soul to walk its path.
Huh? Allow each soul to walk its path. No matter if they're homeless, no matter if they're a drug addict, no matter what, allow that person to walk their path. But I observant in case that person falls, in case that person stumbles, and in case that person needs to be picked back up. You don't have to follow them. You don't got to walk side by them. All you got to do is observe them. It could be your family member. It could be your kid. It could be your father. It could be your mother. You know what I'm saying? It could be a friend. But observe that person, right? That's fucking up. That's making the wrong choices, right? And you ain't got to be distance from them. You ain't got to mess with them either. But be prepared for when that person fall and need help, because they're going to need somebody to pick them up, and that person could be you.
But does that mean we must not help anyone without being asked? Surely not. Or we would never be able to help the starving children of India, or the tortured masses of Africa, or the poor, or the downtrodden anywhere. All humanitarian effort would be lost, all charity forbidden. Must we wait for an individual to cry out to us in desperation?
Look what he say. Must we wait? Do you have to wait all the time for somebody to ask you for something? Right? A homeless person don't have to ask me for something, because I'm going to go out and find them. Why do people always got to ask you for this, ask you for that? Can I have this? Do you have that? Do you have that? If you was a naturally good person, you would take the energy and go out there and do something for people before they ask you. That way, when people do ask you, you don't feel bad. Like sometimes when homeless people ask me for food or ask me for extra money, I don't feel bad, because you know why? I know I can't help everybody, and I already done helped somebody today, and I'm going to help somebody tomorrow. It's just that I can't help you. Hopefully somebody will, but I done my job for today. So my soul is good. My spirit is good, right? And I will be back tomorrow. If I see you tomorrow, maybe I'll help you. But today, I can't do it, right? And I can't feel bad, right? But people shouldn't have to ask you all the time for help. I don't have to ask Tom for help every time I need it. Hey, Tom, can you help me? No. Whenever Tom think I need help, or whenever he feel appreciated for this, he send a donation. Whenever DP up in the audience or something like that, he send a donation. Whenever Marco Slaphead up in here, they send a donation. Sergeant Mo, they send a donation. Right? Because they understand. You have to understand somebody. You have to be willing to step out of your perspective and go from their perspective, right? I'm going to help somebody because I can. And don't help everybody. Help people that's going to either help somebody or help themselves. I would never help nobody go get no drugs, right? I would never help nobody to go get no alcohol. I would go get the alcohol for you. I will get the cigarettes for you, but I'm not about to give you no money to get you no drugs. I'm not about to give you no money to get you no alcohol. I'm not going to give you no money to go buy you no food. I'll buy it for you, but I'm not going to give you the money. It's a difference, right? But I know if you're going to do something with that money, hell yeah, I'll give it to you. I done gave people money. Hell yeah, I'm going to give it to you. If I know you're going to do something positive. I saw a lady out there at the train station, right? With her son, she missed her bus, right? And her son was out there hungry, and it wasn't no store nowhere around, right? So what I done, right? I said, damn, girl, let me go get her son to eat, right? Her kid's son to eat. What you want? Well, a hot dog and something and potato. Okay, I got that. Went to Stoke, you know what I'm saying? Came and gave him the food right there, right? Because they gonna have to wait there another 2 hours, right? And she couldn't leave because she didn't have no car or nothing, right? And there wasn't no food place around. So me being a good Samaritan, fuck it, let me go get this kid's something to eat, right? I know my blessings gonna come one way or the other. I gave her my card, my business card. Maybe she on Instagram. Maybe she come to one of my shows or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I had to I didn't do it for her. I did it for the boy and for God. They didn't have to ask me. When you're a good-hearted person, people do not have to ask you. You go ahead and do it.
Or for a nation of people to plead for help before we're allowed to do what is obviously right?
People care about the country. Only certain people care about getting this message across. And like I said, it is not me, right? If you don't support me, if this message is making you mad, you know what I'm saying? Go support another conservative.
You see, the question answers itself. The thing is obviously right. Do it.
If it's right, do it. You don't have to ask if something right. You already know if something right. If it's right, do it. You ain't gotta ask. Stop hesitating. Do it.
For you to know experientially what you already know conceptually. You need learn nothing to do this. You need merely remember what you already know and act on it.
You're not really that person. You're not a good person unless you do good things.
I'm not sure I understand.
Let's start here. The soul, your soul, knows all there is to know all the time. There's nothing hidden to it, nothing unknown, yet knowing is not enough. The soul seeks to experience. You can know yourself to be generous, but unless you do something which displays generosity, you have nothing but a concept.
Huh? That's what I was saying yesterday. And you're going to hear me say it right after here. If you don't do nothing good for somebody, you only got a concept. That's why I do good for people, because I don't want just a concept. I want to actually experience what it is to be a good person. I actually want to really act it. That's what you came down here for. You came down here to experience, right? You have experience, you have action, you have thought, you have experience, and you have action, right? The thought is what kicks everything off. It's what vision the thing. The experience is actually doing this shit. The being is all of it put together, right? Because you've been in a place of goodness. You've been in a place of godliness, right? You experienced it. You thought of godliness. You experienced godliness. You acted on it. Now, guess what? You in the being of godliness, right? I'm in the being. You can't be in the being unless you experience it, unless you think it. Because other than that, you only got a concept of what a good person is, right? Like I told a girl the other day, right? She said, I'm a good woman. I'm like, how do you know? Then you got a good man? No, I ain't got a man, but I know I'm a good woman. Well, you don't know that. You only got a concept of what you can be. Because unless you got a man and you're treating him in a specific, a certain way that he can say you're a good woman, you only got a concept of what you can do. It's only a thought. You may go in a relationship, be cheating and don't know how to cook and don't know how to clean. And you may not know how to do a whole lot of things. But to say you're a good woman and you're not in a relationship, you're not. I'm not a good man right now because I don't have a woman. So how can I say what I will and will not do if I don't have, if I'm not in a predicament to make them choices? You have to do shit. You can't be a good person if you don't do good deeds. You can't be a gangbanger if you don't do gangbang shit. You can't be a hoe if you don't do a hoe shit. You can't be a good person unless you do good shit. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. You cannot be a good person. You cannot be a godly person unless you do godly person things. You can talk about it, but that ain't shit. I don't think if you ever have the feeling of giving, you understand the feeling of giving, right? I understand the feeling of giving because I give. That's how I know how important it is. That's how I know what kind of satisfaction it can give you. People may look at giving like, you know what, if I give, I may not have. They don't look at the blessings they can get when they can give. I don't have, and I give. Because it's a special feeling you have that's priceless. That money cannot fucking buy. That you cannot get if you hold on to shit. I guarantee it. You just have a concept of what a good person is. You're not a good person. Don't try to lie to yourself. Don't try to convince yourself.
You can know yourself to be kind, but unless you do someone a kindness, you have nothing but an idea about yourself.
Right? Don't try to convince yourself you're a patriot. Don't try to convince yourself you this. Because when it comes to the front line, you're going to sit your ass back. You're going to watch TV. You're not going to do nothing.
It is your soul's only desire to turn its grandest concept about itself into its greatest experience.
You have all the ability, all the power, but you sit back on the sideline and do nothing while your country, right?
The country that you lived in, the country that you benefit from, the country that you so-called love is going down a hellhole. You don't do nothing about immigration. You don't do nothing about homelessness. You don't do nothing about child poverty. You don't do nothing about education. You don't do nothing about racism.
I repeat the question. Where else would shoulds and shouldn'ts appear if not in your world?
In your imagination.
But those who have taught me all about the rights and wrongs, the do's and don'ts, the shoulds and shouldn'ts, told me all those rules were laid down by you, by God.
And those who taught you were wrong. I have never set down a right or wrong, a do or a don't. To do so would be to strip you completely of your greatest gift, the opportunity to do as you please and experience the results of that, the chance to create yourself anew in the image and likeness of who you really are.
And I had to do that, right? I had to recreate my likeness and my image into who I wanted to be, right? I didn't want to be a liberal. I didn't want to be a gangbanger. I didn't want to be a thug, right? I didn't want to be disrespectful. I wanted to be a father. So I had to reinvent myself, right? And reinventing yourself takes energy. It takes power. It takes courage, because you have to tell the old person, right, that this is not me no more. Even though I have some of my old habits, like I notice when if I get into an altercation and stuff, I still have the same temper sometimes when I don't think, right? I still say some disrespectful things when I'm in a confrontation or something like that, right? I'm not all the way healed, and I'm a work in process, and I know that, but I admit that, right? I admit that I'm not perfect. I admit that I still have faults. I admit that I'm still sick in certain ways. I admit it, right? But when I admit it and I understand it, that means I can work with it better. I can understand it better, right? Right? I can probably get it to a point where I can control it, right? And for the most point, I can control it, because, like I say, I don't really go out in the street. I don't really hang with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I just stay in the house and I make videos. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. When I go out, I mainly go out for a purpose. It's to go try to find or go sell some shirts, or go try to do interviews. But I don't do no hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I don't do no going out. I don't do no partying. You ain't gonna see me at no clubs unless I'm performing. You know what I'm saying? I don't do nothing but to try to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? Even when I go out, all I do all day is try to make people laugh. And in making people laugh, I know I have to stay in a happy mood. I can't be angry going out there making people laugh. I can't be angry on this YouTube, you know what I'm saying, doing videos. I have to be in a good state of mind all the time, because if I don't, I can't write, I can't perform, I can't do editing, I can't do anything. So I must be in the right state of mind all the time, because if I'm not in the right state of mind, how can I put you in a different state of mind, right? Because I know it could be some people have some fucked up days, and I come up on here, right? And by the time they get off, right, on my channel, I can make the rest of their day. I have that ability and I have that power, right? And I know that. And I tried to do that, right? Even before I was on the Trump thing, I was still doing videos, and people still like, oh, I'm just happy. The black robe. I've been making people laugh and making people happy for years. This is what I've been doing, and this is how I get my joy. I get my joy by making other people happy, right? It's rarely people make me happy, right? It's rarely. I mean, people that go out their way to make me happy. I don't have no woman, my son not staying with me, my family members, you know what I'm saying? They all doing their own thing and stuff like that, right? So I don't get people trying to impress me, you know what I'm saying, or sacrificing for me, right? I don't have that, right? I don't have people sacrifice and say, you know what, I'm going to bring Black son home because I know he's going to smile. You know what, I think I'm going to buy this for Black because I know he can wear it, right? I don't have that. Right? So the only way I can get any kind of joy or any kind of happiness is to make other people happy. I have to smile and see other people smile. I have to laugh when I see other people laugh. I have to get myself together so I can take other people out of their circumstances, right? Even when I'm on the street, I know I have to make people laugh in order for me to feel some kind of joy, right? Because I don't get it on the natural. You don't walk around being happy, right? When I go outside, I'm happy because I say the first person, I don't think it,
But I say the first person I see, I'm gonna make them smile. I'm gonna say something. Hey, nice you. I'm gonna say something funny or something to try to brighten up their day, because I know brightening up their day is gonna brighten up my day. Right? What if I go outside right now and I make 10 people smile in an hour? How you think I'm gonna come back how you think I feel when I'm gonna come back in the house? How you think I don't feel? Priceless. I just went out there and made 10 people laugh, made 10 people a day. And in order to make them laugh, I have to have some kind of resemblance of humor and jovial attitude and a jovial mentality and a spiritual connection to them or something like that. I can't just go out there mean and shit like that, make people mad. I have to be in the right state of mind all the time. So I cannot let nobody on YouTube piss me off. Guess what? If I would let that person whatever the first off the wall piss me off, right? Because of something he said about me saying something about donation, I wouldn't be able to make these videos for you. I wouldn't be able to have these skits for you that I'm doing later on today and tomorrow and stuff like that, right? But I can't allow myself to get mad because I have a job to do, and that job is for you. I have to make you smile. I have to bring you a better day. I have to give you the information. I have to do that. I have to cleanse your spirit. I have to do that, or else I ain't doing my job.
The space to produce a reality of a higher and higher you based on your grandest idea of what it is of which you are capable.
But you want to get your ass on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and text with your little Twitter fingers and shit, and talk about all the problems, all the stuff that's going wrong, and all the people that's doing this, and all the people ain't doing that. But you don't want to do nothing about it your damn self.
Until concept becomes experience, all there is speculation.
Are you a patriot? Are you? Right? Because if you don't do things as a patriot, you just got a concept, right? You call yourself a patriot and all you do is vote? Huh? You're not doing nothing, you know what I'm saying, for kids about abortion. You're not doing nothing for the homeless. You're not doing nothing for the veterans, right? You're not doing nothing for your community. You're not doing nothing for other communities, for less fortunate people. Right? You're not doing nothing to uphold the First Amendment, Second Amendment, right? All you're doing is sitting at the house texting and stuff like that, right? Posting, reposting shit, right? That's not, unless you reposting shit that nobody know about, right? That's helping. Unless you posting shit people sharing, that's helping. Unless you posting information, but getting up there complaining about everything, that's not going to help anybody. Oh, Lord, the food is high. Oh, Lord, the tax is high. Oh, Lord, this is high. No, that's not going to help anybody. Huh? That's not going to help anybody. If you know the food is high and you know the food costs money, guess what? If it's hurting somebody else more than it's hurting you, go help somebody else. Because if you know food is high for you, you also know food is high for them. Go help them. Stop complaining, right? If you're a patriot, right? Go help somebody less fortunate than you. Huh? That little kid down the street. Huh? That lady that lady down the street. That senior citizen down the street. That's on the fixed income. Huh? Go help them. Go take them a plate. Right? If it's bad for you, imagine how bad it is for somebody else. Go spend some money and feed somebody and see how you feel. Like, I know food is high, instead of complaining, and you know you got it. You know you got it. But you're so stingy, right? And you're so caught up in, I'm going to hold on to everything I got, you don't want to give up nothing. That's a fucked up way to live. I don't know, like, even though I probably was like that, I don't know how people live like that now and call themselves a patriot or even a liberal. I don't see how even liberals live like that. Anybody. Right? Or you just one of these other people, right, that just like to sit back and look and window shop and shit like that. Which one are you? Are you in it or are you not?
For you know not why a thing occurs, nor to what end. And remember you this, that which you condemn will condemn you, and that which you judge, you will one day become.
Right? And you can become homeless. You can judge homeless people and you can become homeless, right? You better not judge people or you better not condemn people, because you never know what God got in store.
Rather, seek to change those things, or support others who are changing those things, which no longer reflect your highest sense of who you are.
Long as you support somebody that's supporting the cause, go support a pro-life center, right? Go support a homeless center. Go support a little kid getting a start. Go support something, right? And to the person who I was talking to, Wall, whatever, right? I don't think you got the last part of that message, right? When I said go support something. If you don't support me, that's not being selfish, right? That's being a caring person, right? I know I ain't gonna get every donation, everybody gonna donate to me, right? But if you heard what I said, go and support something. It ain't gotta be me, right? Because if you did support something, you wouldn't have left that little comment like, nobody knows what we doing outside, we doing this. Well, you don't need to say that. You don't need to prove that. If you know what you're doing, you don't have to say nothing to anybody. You don't have to prove nothing to anybody. Who the fuck is I? Who the fuck is me to be proving anything to? Right? If you are a naturally good person, you don't have to say shit to nobody. I bet you Tom ain't stressed out or worried about anything I say. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you DP not up here. I don't know why the hell DP not up in here. You know what I'm saying? Or Marco not up in here. But they not going to say anything because they naturally good people. I bet you when Jennifer and Fresh to the Bone leave this channel, when I'm off, they're going to feel better about themselves. Because they give. And they know it's going to a better cause. They know it's going to a good cause. And she does not give it to me. She do things for dogs and all kind of shit, for senior citizens and stuff like that. So it's just not about me, right? It's just one time. She probably don't send me money for another month or two, and I'm fine with that. But long as she said, look, I appreciate your work right now. Here you go. Hold on. Hello. Yeah. Right? You don't know what the feeling. They're gonna have a feeling, right? Like I say, if you don't help me, go out and help somebody else and see how I feel. Take $5, right? Just try it. Take $5, right? And if it's cold where you at, take them some coffee. If it's hot where they at, take them some water. Right? Just spend $5. Go buy a pack of cigarettes and just give them to the home. See how you feel. Hear some people say thank you. Right? Understand the feeling, how it feels to give, the warmth, the compassion it feels to do something for another human that's less fortunate than you. Like I said, I didn't want to make this video, but I figured, like I said, God wanted me to make this video because somebody has something stupid in the chat to say. And some people need to hear this message because some people need to have the mirror, need to look in the mirror and really face the person in the mirror. Like, there's people on here saying they're good and they're holy and they caring and all that, and they're not. They're not. And like I say, I don't care if I lose people because eventually I'm going to gain some people. I don't lost whole pages before. You know what I'm saying? So losing somebody on YouTube because they don't understand is nothing to me. I'm going to get new subscribers. I'm going to get new viewers. I'm going to get new people. I'm going to get new angels. I'm going to get all of that. So if you don't get this message and it somehow fucks with you, oh well. I can't help that because this is God's message. This is the stuff I've been through and what I'm going through, right? Like I have a message that if I went from being homeless, right, to possibly being one of the biggest comedians in the world, right, at one time, and probably again doing interviews with Roseanne Barr, and the other celebrities and shit, being on show. I mean, that's a story, and my story is not over with. I got to keep on pushing. Either people gonna be part of it, or they're not. That's why I try to make myself more approachable and more accessible to people and shit like that. That let people know, hey, I'm just like you. God, like Jesus was a regular person. He didn't say I'm bigger than nobody. He said I'm God's child, but I'm God's son, but you are too. Right? That's the same thing I'm pushing right now. I'm not bigger than nobody.
And I'm not going to try to be bigger than nobody. I'm the same person. And I don't want nobody else to feel like they're inferior to me. No. God didn't make nobody, Jesus didn't make nobody feel like that. Jesus didn't make nobody feel inferior. Jesus didn't make nobody feel bad, lesser than. So why should I? Right? But I want to end this, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I just had to throw this in your face. Like I say, and some of my angels will come out and bless me. We keep on doing these videos. I'll probably do another one later on today with just jokes and stuff like that. But I had to get this serious message out because, like I said, that last video, I didn't mean to preach. But since I had an asshole, right, that wanted to come up here and talk, right, I had to put him on blast, right? And the asshole is definitely not going to come on here and talk to me like a man because it's easy for him to hide behind Twitter. It's easy for him to hide behind the keyboard. It's easy for him to have say all he want to say and don't stand behind his words by showing his face. One thing about me, I stand behind everything I say. I stand behind my words. I stand behind my convictions. You know what I'm saying? I don't say I'm a Trump supporter. I don't say I'm a Trump supporter on YouTube and then go on the street and I'm a totally different motherfucker. If anybody see me on the street, I'm wearing some Trump shit. I'm representing Trump. People see me, hey, ain't you that YouTube? Hey, you on that Trump shit? Yeah. People on my Instagram, Facebook, there's no faking for me. I stand behind my convictions. Some motherfuckers on here that claim they MAGA and Trump supporters that don't nobody even know it, including your own family. Don't know you a MAGA or a Trump supporter. Right? Your job don't know it. You got to hide that you're a Trump or a MAGA supporter because you're scared of the repercussions and the consequences. I'm not. I wear my badge proud. My God badge, my MAGA badge, my Republican badge, and don't give a fuck who know about it. Right? We got too many people on the sideline and not enough people on the front line. Right? But letting these liberals do what the fuck they want to do. And we got to sit up there and accept it because we ain't got enough people want to step up because they're scared of losing shit. Right? That's why we don't have no real revolutions right now because people are scared to lose their Facebooks. People are scared to go to jail. People are scared of dying. So I don't want to get into it, right? There's not like back in the day where I lose my freedom and my life for my people or for our rights. I lose all of that. There's no more of that. I don't want to lose Facebook. I don't want to get off my Instagram. If I go to jail, I'm gonna be all. I don't want to do that. I can't turn up. I can't do powder cocaine. I can't do this. It's so much shit they can't do. I can't smoke no weed. I can't pop no pills if I go to jail. But we have to start getting good people back, right? Because God is slowly leaving the equation, right? That he's leaving the school, he's leaving the TV, he leaving the radio, right? He leaving the household, right? They taking God out of everything, and we letting them because we're not pushing God, right? Like I say, I ain't in no Kanye West type of guy and no Kanye West type of Jesus because he's too over the top with it, right? But being an example of who you are and what you can do and helping people, right? That's something different. I know Kanye West help people, right? But his mission right now is not to help people. It's to expose people. It's to do all this whole kind of shit. It's not to help people because he'll have a different message, right? But anyway, let me get up out of here. I'll try to come back, right? I got two videos coming on today. I'm trying to get another one out, right? We got 2 videos coming on today on this channel right here. Where we at? On this channel, we got this little 8-minute premiere right here. I don't know what time it's coming on, right? They already saw it on on Patreon. If you want to see it on Patreon, you go see it right now. But I got this little 8-minute video and I got this 30-minute video up, and I'm finna try to shoot 2 more skits today, 2 more short skits today, right? I'll try to have them up after the Hunter Biden thing go off, right? So let me go to work. Let me put up 2 more skits. Like I say, if I keep on making these videos, my angels is gonna come through and bless me. God told me that, right? So there's no need for me to stress out. There's no need for me to get mad. No need for me to get angry. No need for me to get worried, or no need for me to lose hope, because God is going to take care of everything. And I'm out this bitch, and I'll talk to y'all later. Sergeant Mo!